This is my Alice in Wonderland. It depends what your main account is, Marshmallow. And you have to, when you ask me that, you have to give me what your at is, because looking y'all up with something else don't work. When you came in, I believe it did. Y'all, the sub thing, whatever the sub thing is, the super fan thing is like messed up. So I think give TikTok a little bit to figure that shit out, and they'll figure it out. I see the like lightning strike through it, yeah. Guys, I won't be taking calls tonight, so don't call me, okay? There is a lot to talk about. So.
Hey, everyone.
Hello. Get your popcorn ready, all the things. Guys, this is a big night, okay? Hello, you had me at hello. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, appreciate you so much. We're gonna let everybody come in before I start really explaining what's going on, because if I start explaining now, 1,000 people will come in and say recap, and I'm not doing that shit, okay? You know the rules. You go to the YT. Now, as you all know, there has been the Cooter Coop over here. There has been a lot of back and forth going on between me and another creator called PPP Not Petty. I was backed into a corner when I tried to go live with somebody and ask them to look at the other documents that they read off about my husband, trying to insinuate that my husband is a predator of some sort. This is going to be a whole thing. I asked this person to delete all their shit, delete the accounts, which we know are connected to you. You can pretend they are not. We know they are. They are your friends. You did the same thing to Christina, the same type of accounts. Your moderators in your page still post mean ass shit about Christina. I don't know that story. I'm not saying I support her. What I don't support is bullying of any kind. And that's all y'all are. Now, to be clear, the only reason that I even tried to be the adult person here and say, what the fuck ever, this girl's never going to take accountability. Like, I don't want my kids to see any of this because they are of the age where they can see social media and have to relive the trauma that they went through because they don't deserve it. And so that was the only reason. Now, I have received full permission to do whatever the fuck I want. So when I realized that these people were not going to take down the paperwork that was found to be falsified and was thrown out by the court, Homebody is a PDF. I don't give a fuck. She just wants to still talk about me. They're hopefully about to... She needs to worry about her court case is what she needs to worry about. What are you talking about? Sip a clog. I don't know I got no idea what you're talking about. Fluffle, thank you. Luna, Bree, Amy, Kimmy, Uncle Brian. Bless Mama, Lil versus Minis, Pom Pom, thank you. So, I'm so ADHD, I can't get off of it. I can't get off topic because I fuck up. So, anyways, my point is that I don't know what year the Christina stuff with PPP started or what started it, nor do I fucking care. What I do know is that they have harassed these people for 3 years. There have been accounts. There's someone in my chat now who had an account made of their dead spouse. Now that sounds familiar. It's almost like somebody made an account of somebody's dead brother, and that story sounds really familiar. And when you dot the T's, add the I's, throw in some X's, I don't know. I'm not good at math, but the math starts mathing. You know what I'm saying? So it just ding-a-ling-a-ling, bells are ringing. So we have put together some things. There's some patterns. So I want to be clear that I had zero intention of talking about Heather's father, because I personally don't believe someone else's crimes or allegations are yours to hold. Now, we're going to discuss some things tonight that I had every right and could have talked about your dad, but I did not. I could have read everything word for word and been as vile and evil as you, but I didn't, because I know you aren't him. Now, we'll get into all that. There were just, like I said, there were stipulations. Delete all the shit. You delete it all, I'll fucking go away. I'll fucking go away. But the point is, mods, do your mod thing. They're not allowed in here. Y'all can go make fake accounts and watch all together or something. They don't get to talk. If I were y'all, I would just be quiet, because you're just going to get blocked and have to go make another account. We're going to do to y'all what you do to us, since y'all like to mute me. Now, the fact that you went on live to seek sympathy in this situation, because I said, I have something, didn't say your name. You went on live to seek sympathy. Now, I have put together a 4-page document where tonight we're going to start with the tea of what I had. Now, I did put together a 4-page document after that where we are going to follow, they always say, show receipts, show receipts. Well, I'm going to show y'all how it started. Mufasa, today is not the day, baby. I'm going to show y'all when it started, how it started, why Heather decided to harass my mod, and so on. I have everything. I have every live. I have every comment. I have everything. And we will, this is going to be a long thing. I don't know. We could be up till 2 a.m. if I feel like finishing it tonight. This may be today and tomorrow. Now, Heather is Heather Cleveland. She is a creator at PPP_FDB, I believe, or at Not Petty. I believe at one point she had a lot of followers on her main account, maybe like during COVID or some shit, and then kind of fell off. So she has a backup account. She got 2 accounts, and I don't know. I have no idea. The reality is I had no idea who this bitch was until she wanted to run that mouth, and then got upset that I said anything back out. Yeah, crash out PPP. Yeah, because she crashed the fuck out today. You will also see through these videos the deterioration of her, because when you are an evil human, it eats at you. It truly eats at you. It eats at your skin. It eats at your hair. It eats at the hydration in your face, because it just drains you. When you are an evil human, it just sucks everything out of you. So you couldn't stop. You wanted to say, ma'am, that I can't stop talking about you. I had nothing else to say about you. I even came into your box to try to say, hey, let's call it a fucking day. And you just couldn't. You couldn't take accountability. You couldn't say, yeah, I fucked up. I shouldn't have posted a minor. I even said, hey, you're right. I shouldn't have shown your husband. Like, that was kind of shitty to do, but it was an adult nonetheless. It wasn't a minor, but I still, even in that sense, even though there's nothing illegal, nothing wrong with it, I still took accountability and said, nah, I shouldn't have gone for him, whatever. However, even though, like, you wouldn't have stopped, and I know you wouldn't have, because you've gone on for 3 fucking years at this Christina person. Christina, her husband, her family. Y'all called jobs. Y'all reported people to boards. Y'all did all kinds of shit. It's in, like, I'm just not even, like, the reality is you fucked with people now at this point that y'all are going to lie to yourselves. You're going to lie to yourselves. You're all sitting together right now chatting. Oh, she ain't got nothing. Oh, she thinks she did her big one on us. I don't fucking care if you think I did my big one, because what I'm going to read today is going to show everybody who the liar is, who the piece of shit is, who continues to provide receipts and tell the full truth. So, further ado, let's get started. Before I read this today, remember that yesterday I went up in the boxes. Heather continued to pull up multiple people and mute me so that I couldn't respond. Then when I left, proceeded to say I ran like a bitch. I didn't run like a bitch. I immediately got online and started responding to you motherfuckers. And at some point tonight, we are going to watch that video so that I can respond the way I should have been allowed to then. Y'all want an echo chamber. You don't want someone to respond to you. You want to gaslight someone and mute them and not let them say anything because y'all are fucking wrong and you know it. So, well, welcome in, Maddie. Now, I want to remind everyone that PPP has asked for, and this is how I know she got this paperwork, because PPP is who asked for, Heather Cleveland, Gabby's body cam footage.
Hey, beautiful.
She requested multiple body cam footages of who, Tracy or Christina, I don't know, but pulled them up on the screen while they all watched people in their worst moments of their lives and laughed at them. This is why I don't feel any guilt in what I'm about to do. I have no guilt. And the reality is, Heather, from the start, if I had to do it over, you know, I did what I had to do. And I think anybody in my situation would have done the same thing. And I'd do it again. I wouldn't change anything. Okay? So remember that. Now, she pulled all these body cam footages up and laughed. Let's mock Gabby in a crisis. Ha ha ha. Your mental health is so funny. But now suddenly Heather cares about mental health. Even though Heather didn't care when she was mocking one of my mods for literally no fucking reason, but then making a comment. Heather didn't care when she was told, hey, y'all are attacking me with my children's abuser. And they made an account of the exchange location where the two parents meet to exchange the kids, used to meet. They made an account of the person who abused my children's business. They made an account of her name. They made an account. This is all someone who is convicted. Someone who is convicted of child abuse.
Okay, so Kelsey is Heather, correct?
No, Kelsey is not Heather. Kelsey ain't got nothing to do. Well, Kelsey and Heather were kind of working together, but this is totally different. So they made all these accounts and started flooding in. Now, when my fans saw people doing this.
Okay, sorry.
Sure. I'm sure they react. No, you're fine. Sorry, I wasn't getting on to you. I'm sure that my fans reacted because they were like, holy shit, this is fucked up. Why would you attack children? Now, Heather, which we'll hear in one of these lives, Heather proceeds to say something about my husband's baby mama, which was weird because at this point, nobody had found this. And she starts talking shit about my hair. They're per usual, but I'm not allowed to say that she looks like she got run over by a four-wheeler. But she says something very interesting, that his baby mama her hair did it better. Well, the only picture that they can find of her is a fight picture where our hair is very similar. Yeah, my man got a type. What can I say? He likes bad bitches, okay? He likes them freaky. He likes tattoos. He likes colorful hair. I ain't mad at him. I liked her hair. I commented it many a times. I said, hey, I like your hair. Did I copy her? I didn't think about it. However, when Heather said that, I said, oh, fuck, that is funny. I didn't even think about that. But nonetheless, who cares? You know, we is what we is. We both married him, so I guess we're, you know, cooter sisters. I don't fucking know. But whatever. Anyways. Now, sisters is going to take shit to a whole other level. Y'all just remember the term sisters in this. So, cooter sisters. No, what I was bothered about is that when, as soon as Heather said that statement, that is when that same night, Arvada Home Depot came into my live. The skate shop came into my live. Her full name came into my live. My mother, well, she's not even my mother-in-law. She's a different relative, but she came into my live. There was a few others. None of this started until PPP. So to pretend that this was not, yes, Scissor Sisters, yes, correct. To pretend that this was not connected to you is wild as fuck. And at this point, I don't fucking care what you do. What you released and pretended that it was the only thing to be there. And toxic sisters, amen. Insinuated, which you did. We're going to go over these lives together. Don't you worry. I know you're worried about that. You weren't worried about that evidence, but we're going to go over it together. I hope that you're happy with yourself because I gave you multiple opportunities to redact your statements and you refused. So here we are. You also continued to talk shit about Sean. You want to pretend that you did not start this. You started shit and you don't like how it's finishing. Now, Christina, I don't know you, girl. I don't know how internet savvy y'all are. I don't know much about you. But what I do know is the information that I have, y'all did not have. And what Heather read today on her live is not what I have. So, Heather, since this is what you like to do to people, I do not feel, and remember, you won that lawsuit. Remember, you won. It wasn't just that it got thrown out for the wrong jurisdiction. You won. You won. So I would just win, right? Oh, Heather. Oh, are y'all confused? Hold on. I'll make you a little less. I can make you a little less confused. 1 second. Y'all need to put a face. I'll give you a face to put to it. Since you're a creator. Okay. There's a face. I'll give y'all a couple more. What we got? Literally looks like Adriel Sigler's fucking twin. Okay, there you go. Now, what really...
Why did you have to do that to us, lol?
I'm sorry, I had to. Now, for the victims, this will be redacted. Okay? What does my cup say? Oh, shit. Clam juice. I'm drinking my clam juice. Because y'all know I love a good clam slam. Oh, you don't want a BRB. We getting started. Now, I'll give y'all two options. Do you want me to read this court, or actually it's not a court document, this police document? Do y'all want me to read that first? Or do y'all want to watch the live from today where I was accused of horrendous things? Okay, let's see.
How are you, Kaylie?
I'm good. I'm in the middle. I gotta shit on somebody. So I'm gonna have to catch you later, all right? I love you, though.
How are you?
Okay, you have a good day. They said you're fine. They think you're cute. Are you single? We might do a dating show. So I'll see if you want to be on a dating show. Do you want to come to America? Oh, he didn't like that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you do. Okay. Well, we'll get a dating show. We'll get one going. I'll call you soon, okay? I got to go. Bye. Okay, back to that. Guys, if y'all liked him, what was his name? Lucky? If y'all liked Lucky, we are going to put together a dating show. So, you like Mufasa better? I'm really thinking, okay, Reed first. I don't think he's a club dancer, no. So read first and then address the live. Okay, so once again, I just want to say that when she read the documents of my husband from his abuser and laughed and implied the allegations were true, she continued to act like I was married to a creep. It was so horrible. These allegations. The allegations. Now, what we have here today was something that while Miss Heather was live, she specifically said the internet didn't need to know. Well, you thought the internet needed to know the worst thing that my husband had ever experienced. So I think that as this is a public document and this is what a police officer says happened, therefore we should be able to trust this because this isn't even handwritten. This is typed up. It's got the official seal. We have redacted some information. No, this is Heather Cleveland, the person we have pictures up of. Okay, so ma'am, just remember that I asked you to stop. I asked you to take the account down. Actually, in fact, I will give you 5 minutes to go delete Spencer's Rub and Tug. Cute name. If it's deleted, I won't read it. But you have 5 minutes. And I'll even do a timer. You're watching, so I know you are. Your little fans are. This is public. Kaylie Amber Ansley Hernandez. Hey, bitches. That's me. And you even got it wrong because it's Amber Kaylie Ansley Hernandez, baby. If you're going to get it right. Get it right, get it tight. See how they keep making accounts? Because they are so mad right now. All right. And the only reason, to be honest with you, this has to be done because I have no choice but to defend my family and to prove that the person reading this is in fact a criminal themselves and is an abuser themselves. And of course, the way that she has presented that night in question happened, she said that I was mocking DV, that I think DV is funny, that had this happened to anybody else, they would have done the same. Now, I personally would not have done this. Y'all, once you hear this, y'all can make the decision on whether or not you think this is something that you would do. In fact, we'll take a vote at the end and see if this had happened to you, if you would have done it the same way. Now, I also want to point out today that Heather did admit that she was doing Xans and alcohol while pregnant. drinking alcohol while pregnant, found out while she was in jail that she was pregnant. So that, in fact, that when that's proven, it is very possible that, oh, look, it's funny because they use the same picture that they used for Spencer's rub and tug, they used to make with my name. Also, that's not my full name anymore. The same picture. But don't worry. Keep making them. Hey, make sure y'all write mods. When y'all mute those, go get the link to that page and screenshot that page every time y'all do it and put it in the mod chat and Discord and get the link because I need all those. So what was I saying? We in a chicken coop. We are, in fact, in Heather's chicken coop. I don't remember what I was saying. Where was I at? I don't remember. My fucking forehead is throbbing. Oh, yeah. So typically, CPS, if you test positive for rugs at any point in your pregnancy, CPS is involved. They usually will come to the hospital and make sure the baby is properly tested and like when you give birth to see if you can be like if you're rug free, if the baby is rug free. So because if they're not, if the baby tests positive, then I was like, who the fuck is your lame 69? You know, I was like, how the fuck they get block privileges? The hell? So y'all can be in denial, but CPS cases are not. I'm saying typically. I don't know for her. Maybe she got lucky and that wasn't. But I do know that in the state of Louisiana and Colorado that they typically, like, we are responsible for reporting that. And usually a social worker will show up and get the results. And usually if you test clean, then they're not involved anymore. But they do usually stay through your pregnancy. Like, they note it basically to come back when the baby is born. I have no idea if the child's okay. I have no idea that. I hope so. Peace and blessings, prayers. No idea. It is very dangerous. I do want to clarify with everyone. It is very dangerous to do any type of narcotics, certain medications that are black box listed for pregnancy, or alcohol when you are, especially in the early stages of your pregnancy, because so much they do in Missouri as well. My sister works on an OB floor. Exactly. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you to the nurses and medical workers that are clarifying this for me and other people that know. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's important that, you know, make sure the baby's safe. So endangering a child like that it's very sad. So just like, you know, they just want to make sure that you're going to be a good parent, almost like somebody else I know, that they're just making sure that you're making those changes and you're going to be a good parent. And from what I have seen, Heather has completely turned her life around. At least as far as I know, I would have no idea. I don't think that she is on taking meds for fun anymore. I do believe that she did say that, like, she had a good night, had some drinks or something. She had that was what she said the other day when she streamed hungover. She talked in that live about having drank the night before. So, but I think as far as the other stuff, she's not doing that. So, but unfortunately, you never have any idea, and addiction is a scary thing. So, and people try to hide it. So, I don't know. I would love to get more information on why she did what she did to Christina. So, Christina, if you are out there, y'all reach out to me and let's get a timeline on what she did to y'all, because I'm doing a complete timeline on the bullying that Heather has done on this app, because she had an offer to stop and she would not. She refused to stop. And she wanted to attack my mod, who literally did not fucking do shit to her. And then when my mod reacted, then Heather wanted to act like, poor pitiful me. Poor pitiful me. Kaylie found a document on me and I'm not going to let Kaylie read my dad's documents on his birthday. I don't care. You said something about talking about my dad. I want to clarify something to you. That man is a piece of shit. He's horrible. Ain't nothing like your daddy. But My dad, piece of fucking shit. I don't care. Why do you think I was so quick to change my name, baby? I said, get that shit out of here. Ain't worried about it. Don't call me for the funeral. Don't put me on the obituary. Honey, I ain't worried about it. Let's go tit for tat on dads. I'll post it. Y'all want to see? Because it's pretty funny. I'll get all that information. I have been searching for that man's mugshot for years to be able to hang it up in my house. Like, don't play with me. And if you can get that shit, please do. Like, I don't fucking care. I am not you. When someone is a horrible fucking human being, you are dead to me. I don't care. I don't care. So the reality is that you can say that when someone does something so despicable and horrible to somebody, and I understand you have trauma from it, just like I have trauma from it, but I'm not going to stand here and make his life better. Let him see his grandkids. Let him all of the above, because he's a piece of shit and he doesn't fucking deserve to, and he deserves to rot in the hell that he made for himself. And I'm not talking about your dad. I'm talking about mine. So wherever he may be, I hope you could get that fucking interview, girl. He would probably do it for $5. Holler at him. Shit, if I can get that fucking interview, I'll holler at him. We'll do a whole damn series on him if y'all want. Like, hey, I'm not fucking stressed on that one. I had a thing. Hold on, let me see where it is. Oh, that was all I wrote. He can rot, LMAO. That's all I wrote. He can rot. I don't fucking care. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that because she keeps acting like she's going to scare me about bringing up my dad. Call him, baby. All right, let's get to it. Got stuff in my mouth. So we're going to get to the big stuff. Oh yeah, did the time that I didn't set the timer. Let's see. Let's see if it still exists.
Right now.
No, it's still there. Well, good thing I was going to read it anyways, because this is public. This person pled guilty. She admitted that she did this. She has admitted on this app that she did this. She has clarified that she would do it again. So please take me for defamation, because you have clarified, which I have on the live and we will watch it, that you would absolutely do it again. There's nothing you would do differently. All right. Oh, let me, got to make sure y'all know this is official. Remember, they're all going to say this already came out. Of course, we can't control our parents and what they've done, which is why I didn't give a fuck what her dad did. I didn't even look it up. I don't care. I don't fucking care. What's that got to do with you? I don't care. But what you tried to do was try to make everybody feel bad for you today. Talk about it's his birthday. Like, okay. I'm sorry that sucks for you, but that's not going to make me fucking feel bad for you. You are a horrible person. You chose to get on here and read all your dad's shit, not me. That's on you. And I'm not going to feel sorry for you. Like, the crimes that he committed, like, are fucking heinous. And then you were like, I loved him. He was my dad. You say you don't condone what he did, but for some reason, don't worry, we're gonna watch it back. You don't condone what he did, but I would believe that if you were okay with going and visiting him, you and somebody were putting money on his books to make his life more comfortable after the heinous act that he committed against somebody and ruined their life forever. Now, I want you to remember, Heather, that even though you said, how could Kaylie be married to somebody like this? Who did this? It's fucking weird. How could I be married to somebody like that who didn't do shit, because it's an allegation that was thrown out by the court because it was falsified? Now, you wanted to judge me off of that. You wanted everybody to judge me off of that. In fact, I believe you said it multiple times. Hey, girl, why was your husband doing this? Hey, girl, why did your dad jump out of his truck? I mean, you're the one that read it today. It had nothing to do with it. Why'd your dad jump out of a truck with a pew pew and force a minor to get in his truck by pew pew point and grape her or whatever, sodomize her violently? And then she had to stay in the fucking woods overnight with no clothes on because she broke away. Thank God she broke away, and thank God he was caught, because who knows? First of all, you don't just do, we'll get to that, but all I'm fucking saying is you don't fucking do that. Oh no, Heather, you don't get to beat me to the punchline. You don't get to beat me to the punchline. You don't just jump to do, that's not your first time doing a crime. All right, here we go, people, because Heather's not beating me to the punchline. Here is the full documents. Oh, say, can you see? Boy, the dawn. Remember, you said, fuck Sean. Don't forget that you said, fuck Sean, fuck Kaylie. Fuck them. No, girl. All I did was read some paperwork. Well, that's all I'm about to do. Read some paperwork. You don't get to it first, girl. Police Central Open Records Profile Report. Heard County Sheriff's Office, Franklin, Georgia. Here's the official seals on the side. Heather blank, because obviously Heather Cleveland. If I need to get, I redacted it because I didn't want any victims to feel victimized. Now, this right here, though, if you need me to take that little black piece off so that y'all can see that it is her name, I will. No aliases. Height. Is it 506? 506 inches, 506 centimeters, 5'6"? Are we the same height? Interesting. Race, white, sex, female. Weight, 145. That's questionable. Address, we took that out for the safety. So hair, brown. Eyes, brown. Can confirm. That is hers. Glasses, no. Age, 26. So you were 26. You were a full-blown adult at this time. You could drink. Girl, you's a big girl. You's a big girl. All right. Maiden name. That's right there. We blocked that out so nobody would search your other records. Employer, unemployed. Huh. Unemployed. Okay. Tattoo on her arm. Left arm that says Faith. She's got a tattoo on her shoulder, her left shoulder, that's a red bow. Does anybody know if she has these tattoos? Tattoo on her right shoulder, some Roman numerals. Does anybody know if she has those? All right. Arrest information. Arresting agency. Arresting officer. Wiggins. Officer Wiggins. Dalton Wiggins. Corporal 032. Booking officer. So the person who booked her in. Misty Smallwood. 053. She committed this offense on 6/28/2016. Fully developed frontal lobe. 26 years old. She was, girl, it wasn't even that late. Arrest date / time, 6/28/2016, 9:42 p.m. Damn, usually when crazy shit happens, baby, it's usually like 2 a.m. or some shit. Release date. So she was in jail from 6/28 to 8/9/2016. Oh my goodness. Housed. No housing assignment. She didn't have nothing. Violation, probation / list. This is her charge. Original charge. So basically when they arrested her, it was because she broke her bond. Some shit. I don't fucking know. I really don't care about that. Heard County Sheriff's Office. Now, here's all this. So aggravated assault, terror threats, and acts. Her bond was $3,000 for the first one, $3,000 for the second one, $3,000 for the third one. Do I believe that you committed this? You pled guilty. And you have read this out and you said you were proud, and you'd do it again. Comments. Judge Arrington gave her a $9,000 bond with conditions of stay away from Christopher Cleveland. You had to stay away from him. However, we all know now that she is still married to this man. They are still together. We took off her next of kin's name because, unlike her, I wouldn't be that shitty. No, Christopher Cleveland is her husband. Address of arrest. Okay, we're not going to do that. It's a little too much. aggravated assault and battery, other weapon, terroristic threat / intimidation. Oh, she had 2 counts of the aggravated assault and battery. Terroristic threats and intimidation, 1. Family offense, free text, 1. Let's see. Incident occurred. Oh, wait. No, here we go. Incident occurred. It was late. So 6/8/2016 at 1:59 a.m. From 6/8/2016 at 1:59 a.m. to 6/8/2016, 3:22 a.m. We took out the incident location because I believe it's still where they reside. Yes, remember they said justice for A, so justice for Chris. Now, premise their residence. This was their home. Was it a stranger? No. What weapon? Pew pew. Arrested at or near offense scene? True. How many were arrested? 1. Name? Christopher. He's the complainant. Victim? Christopher. So do remember that when PPP has talked about this before, she said multiple times that we don't know what happened that night. She made out like maybe she was just responding to what he did to her. She acted like, she had to defend herself. This was a defense. On the above date and time, I was dispatched to blank in regards to a physical domestic. Listed offender was arrested. Incident report, supplemental. This is the incident report from the officer. Now, this is obviously from his point of view and what he is hearing from the victim and from the perpetrator. So, to her chat, y'all said it's okay. We all make mistakes. I want to know if y'all would do this too. Okay, remember at the end, she specifically said she'd do it again. On the above date and time, I, Deputy Allen, was dispatched to address. In regards to a physical domestic, Deputy B. Wiggins and I arrived on scene at the above residence at approximately, this is 2 a.m., 2:08 a.m. I noticed a white male, later identified as Mr. Christopher Cleveland, standing in the front yard. Deputy Wiggins walked towards the front door of the house. As I asked Mr. Cleveland where the second individual of the domestic was located, Mr. Cleveland said, "She's in the house." I then followed Deputy B. Wiggins to the front door of the house and told Mr. Cleveland to step back. Before Deputy B. Wiggins reached the front door. Now remember, Heather said y'all didn't need to know this. Yes, she already had a child. We'll get to that. Heather said, y'all didn't need to know this, that I was mocking DV when I said justice for Christopher and what he went through. Men can be victims too. No wonder you tried to victimize my husband when you said the shit you said. Because you have abused people in the past and tried to manipulate the situation to pretend you were the victim, just like that bitch did to him. So why am I surprised that you would side with someone like her? Birds of a feather fucking flock together. Anyways, Deputy B. Wiggins to the front door of the house and told Mr. Cleveland to step back. Before Deputy B. Wiggins reached the front door, a white female who had a red liquid substance on her arms and legs, later identified as Miss Heather Cleveland, opened the door very quickly. Deputy B. Wiggins gave the command, "Stop, let me see your hands now." Miss Cleveland raised her hands immediately and stepped out of the house and onto the porch. Deputy B. Wiggins spoke with Miss Cleveland after she was checked out by Heard County EMS due to the amount of blood on her body. I spoke with Mr. Cleveland in front of my patrol car. Approximately 20 yards away from Miss Cleveland, I asked Mr. Cleveland to begin telling me exactly what took place this morning. Mr. Cleveland started by saying that he and his wife, Heather, have been arguing a good bit for the past couple of weeks. Mr. Cleveland also stated that his wife, Heather, began drinking at approximately 7 p.m. on 6/7/2016 and started to mix her prescribed medication, Xanax, with the alcohol. Mr. Cleveland stated that sometime after that, Heather began to accuse. Now, had I gotten this before I saw the convictions, when I read this, I want to remind you that I would have said, these are all allegations. None of this is, she has not gone through court. She has not pled guilty. There are no documents after this to show that this is what truly happened. Remember that people can say in police reports what truly happened. Or their version of events. Sorry, misspoke. They can say in police reports their version of events, and then you go to court and show your evidence to show if what you stated was truth. Okay? So, once again, Heather tried to pretend that she had to do this and that there was no other choice. We don't know what happened that night. Well, here is the victims. They said, always believe the victims, I believe was what they posted on their thing. Always believe the victims. Well, here is what the victim stated, and Heather pled guilty to. Mr. Cleveland stated that sometime after that, Heather began to accuse him of sleeping with another female while they were separated in the past. Mr. Cleveland said, hey, it gets worse. I'm going to just let y'all know. And I want to remind you, I asked y'all to take your false allegation pages down. These are convictions. This is your allegation. If she's live, we'll get the live and we'll play it back. Don't worry. You were convicted of this. You read out the other stuff on your page, said you would do it again. Let's tell a judge that if that's what you want to do. Mr. Cleveland stated that an argument. Oh, she accused him of sleeping with another female while they were separated in the past. Mr. Cleveland stated that an argument broke out immediately after, which then led to Miss Cleveland consuming more alcohol. Mr. Cleveland also admitted consuming alcohol, but in moderation. To my knowledge, Mr. Cleveland did not seem to have been under the influence of alcohol at that time. The police officer states that her husband did not seem to be under the influence at that time. He admitted to having some drinks in moderation. The cop there corroborated that. Oh, yeah, she wanted to talk about my husband. Now, corroborated that and said he did not appear to be intoxicated. Mr. Cleveland then stated that Miss Cleveland ran to their bedroom, threw a can of cigarette ashes on his chest. Y'all get mad at me when I say something about y'all look like you smoke a pack a day. Now, tell me I was wrong. Are you mad at me because I'm right? Or what is it? Anyways, threw a can of cigarette ashes on his chest, retrieved a .22 caliber Heritage MFG pew-pew, and screamed, "I'm gonna smell you!"
I fucking think not.
Mr. Cleveland pursued Miss Cleveland as she entered the bedroom and wrestled the pew-pew away from her and hid the pew-pew in the attic. Mr. Cleveland stated that Heather then went right back to the bedroom, reached in the pew-pew case, and retrieved a black in color .30-06 hunting rifle. Mr. Cleveland stated he also wrestled the rifle away. So she was very determined that night. She was very, very determined. If you have missed anything and you are going to need a recap, I would encourage you to subscribe to the YT. I would appreciate that. And you can watch it in full. He also wrestled the rifle away from Miss Cleveland and hid it between the bed and the bed frame. Mr. Cleveland stated that Heather ran/stumbled her way into the kitchen and started to throw things off the countertops. He stated that she grabbed a and started to chase him out of the house, where she then threw the in his direction. Now, remember today she stated that she was the... Bro, Yeah, she got one. She got she got one. And she got cut. Ain't nothing even happened to that man. She got cut. Why y'all worried about it? She got more hurt than him. She chased him out of the house, where she then threw the in his direction. Mr. Cleveland stated that Miss Cleveland threatened to bust out every window in his truck, which she shattered his back glass of his 1991 Ford pickup truck. Do I have a bruise in the middle of my forehead? No. It's just my scar. It's just there. I already knew that it was there. I don't know why you have to point that out. So she then busted out the window of his car. She's a wizard, Harry. After gathering Mr. Cleveland's testimony. So remember, this is Mr. Cleveland's testimony. This is his testimony. And he is the victim who stated what happened. Okay? However, after this and all the evidence was used to charge her with those charges we saw above, and she pled guilty to these things. I spoke with Miss Cleveland on the porch, and Deputy B. Wiggins began to speak with Mr. Cleveland. I asked Miss Cleveland to begin telling me what took place this morning. Miss Cleveland stated that she remembered talking on the phone with her sister around 1900 hours, which is 7 p.m. on 6/7/2016, and consuming alcohol with her husband. Now, these are Heather's words. Consuming alcohol with her husband, Christopher. Miss Cleveland stated that she couldn't remember much after that, besides the fact that she and Chris were arguing over him. These are Heather's words. And consuming alcohol with her husband, Christopher. Miss Cleveland, Heather, stated that she couldn't remember much after that, besides the fact that she and Chris were arguing over him sleeping with her sister. I asked Miss Cleveland about the pew-pew and the involved. Miss Cleveland responded, pew-pews? Miss Cleveland could not seem to remember exactly what took place during their argument. I took pictures of Miss Cleveland's bloody hands, the inside of the house, and the weapons involved. I arrested Miss Cleveland for the above charges, and Deputy B. Wiggins transported her to the county jail for processing. The weapons were confiscated from the scene and processed. Nothing further at this time. You know, hold on. Sorry, we're not. Listen, it does make holidays eventful, but you are not your family's crimes. You are not your family's allegations. Now, Heather could just be alleging this, that Christopher, that her husband, her current husband that she is still married with, that she specifically said on her lives, she's still with her man. They never got a divorce. This is her words. Miss Cleveland stated this. Miss Cleveland stated that Christopher slept with her sister. And you're a strong woman to forgive him for that, just as he is a strong man to forgive you for aggravated assault. That is the strength that your relationship must have to be able to work through that and still be together and healthier than ever and happier than ever is beautiful. You should write a book, because couples need that to be able to figure out how to get. I mean, I couldn't imagine, honestly, I couldn't imagine anything worse. I really couldn't. I couldn't imagine anything worse to have to go through in my relationship. So originally she had charges for, she read these off to y'all. DUI, rugs, controlled substances, failure to maintain a lane. So she was driving. She said today she doesn't condone that. But everyone in the chat said that we all make mistakes. I don't know about y'all, but that's not the kind of mistakes that I like to make. I never tried to take other people's lives into my hands. I was well aware that you don't drive under the influence. I think that's really weird for an entire chat, hundreds of people, to condone that. That's weird. And to just act like that's a normal thing. In fact, my biological father got in a wreck and he almost died. And I was like, you kind of fucking deserve it, dog. I mean, you were intoxicated. That's a shitty thing to do. I'd rather it be you than someone else because that's fucking horrible. Yeah, isn't that weird that they can survive the wreck? Isn't that weird? And it's usually it's a long thing. Anyways, we're not on that. But yes. But she also admitted that these charges were because she had. And so, but I didn't see that in here. She honestly, Heather, I wouldn't have told these people any of that stuff that you read out today. You literally, honestly, what you read out was pretty horrendous compared to what I was going to read. So I'm honestly shocked that I have more viewers than you. That was her priors. Yeah, it was just the rug stuff. Oh, did y'all need these? Let's see here. So this one, she had marijuana. Oh, sorry. Greenery. Yeah, that was just her priors. That was what she had the warrant for. Who is this one? This is another supplemental report. Oh, here we go. On 9/30/2004. Oh, here we go. This is from the rug charges, I guess. On 9/30/2014, because the other was 2016. So, yeah. On 9/30/2014, these were her prior charges right before this. At approximately 1700 hours, that's 5 p.m., Deputy Longoria and Deputy Scott responded to blank in reference to a subject at this location with an active warrant. So they came out for a warrant. I then approached the front door and made contact with the wanted person, Heather, who had a bench warrant for failure to appear. So she just didn't go to court. When Heather opened the door, I could smell a strong odor of burnt greenery coming from within the home. I could also see a small male child. Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute. That's weird. Age 4, sitting on the couch that was next to the end table that was located between the door frame and the couch. On the end table, I could visibly see a round ashtray, which had what I know to be a brown smoking cigar used to smoke greenery, laying in it. Like a blunt? Interesting. The cigar was approximately 1 inch long and had almost been completely smoked. You like the, hey, them Swiffer, you know what I'm saying? Like a grape one. Woo, baby! But that was before I had kids. 1 inch long, it had almost been completely smoked. Right next to your kid? Right next to your kid? Them Swisher Sweets, baby. It was still right next to him on the couch, just chilling. You are a laid back mom. You was worried. Hey, baby, you was worried about my kids screaming in the background. I'd be more. You should. First of all, secondhand smoke, terrible for children. Terrible for children. This is wild. Also, a green leafy substance was hanging out of the end of the cigar. I then asked Heather to step outside so I could speak with her. She complied, and I advised her of the active warrant. I then asked Heather, had she smoked greenery in the home? And she stated, yes. I then advised Heather that we needed to bring blank outside due to the cigar presence and greenery smoke. They're going to try to report that. So there was greenery smoke in the house. She was smoking out the house with her 4-year-old child inside. And I'm just asking, why are Gabby's not allowed to grow, but you are, Heather? You're allowed, I'm not saying this is who you are anymore. I'm not saying that. But you don't want to let Gabby change and grow. I believe in you, Heather. I believe that you have changed from this. I truly do. I hope and pray that you have changed from whoever this human was that you used to be. Now, I just think it's sad that you cannot show any grace to anyone else. You and Gabby are very similar. Both have DV charges. Both have some child endangerment type stuff that went on. Okay? So they needed to bring him outside due to the cigar presence and the greenery smoke. Heather then brought Blank, the child, outside, and I advised her that I would take possession of the cigar. I then asked Heather if she had anything else within the home that we needed to know. Remember, Heather told y'all that she was so honest with y'all. She had told y'all everything. Y'all knew everything about her. She had nothing to hide. She stands on it. She wouldn't do a thing different. There's not a thing she would do differently. Remember, she said that today. She wouldn't do a thing differently. I then asked Heather if she had anything else within the home that we needed to know about, and she stated no. Heather then gave me consent to look through the home while doing a protective sweep for other individuals that may be inside. No other individuals were located. While in the home, I found a pink and silver smoking pipe, which I know to be used for inhaling greenery, which I'm just saying, hey, bro, who cares about a little greenery? You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care. Doing it with your kid right beside you, I think that's questionable. I don't think that's okay. That's concerning. So this was laying on top of a dresser in the back bedroom. The pipe had greenery ashes clearly present within. I then took the pipe to Heather and she stated it was hers. I then asked Heather if I could search the dresser drawers in the bedroom, and she stated yes. You're not smart. Why would you say yes to this? That was dumb. Let me advise you. At this point, this is when you say, you're going to need to get a warrant, motherfucker. That's what you say in the future. I hope you've learned that now. Because then none of this would have been in here. Anyways, I then asked Heather if I could search the dresser drawers in the bedroom, and she stated yes. While looking in one drawer, I found a clear plastic baggie containing a green leafy substance. That damn green leafy substance. When I brought the baggie outside where Heather was, she stated that she forgot that baggie was in her dresser drawer. You seem to be forgetting a lot of things. You seem to be forgetting a lot of things. And these are your words. You admitted that that was your greenery in the house. These are your words from the cop. This isn't just an allegation. These are your words. You said this to the cop and he wrote it down. He took the notes. You admitted that you were in a room smoking greenery right next to your child. And had stuff, you didn't even have it locked up. Like, a responsible greenery smoker has a lockbox. That's what you do. That is the legal way to do that. You're allowed to do it now in most states. You are to have a lockbox so that your child cannot get into it. But you and somebody I know have a lot in common, which is why I think you would agree. Of course, always the victim. She forgot that was in her dresser drawer. I then asked Heather if I could search a brown purse that was in the bedroom, and she stated, "Oh my God, did you not learn your lesson? Are you the dumbest person ever? She did, like, literally every time the charges keep building. You just say no. You had the right to say no. How high were you? How fucked up were you? Oh my God. Yes, you can search it. Of course you can, sir. Officer, yes. Officer, take me away. I'm ridiculous? Absolutely not. With what she did to this child. I care about the children. I care about domestic violence victims. That's what I care about. I don't care about the perpetrators in this. The people that pled guilty to these things. Those are perpetrators. Had you been honest and said, hey, I learned from my mistakes. You're just like everyone else on this app. Connie, who had a bazillion CPS cases against her for neglecting her children, but yet wanted to be on this app talking about other mothers. Homebody, Heather Sicko, who wanted to be on this app talking about other mothers when she had CPS cases for her child and had him removed from her. And then she slept with a child, a fucking 16-year-old. And then here's you, someone who has no sympathy, consistently talks about other people on this app, talks about me as a mother, talks about fucking Gabby as a mother, when you got the same shit going on Gabby had. And you pled guilty. Girl. Worry about me. These are you. These aren't your husband. These are you. You can put out whatever the fuck you want about my husband. He can take that shit up with you, not me. Because it ain't got shit to do with me. We were not together when whatever the fuck was going on. So I am coming for you. I have nothing to do with anything else. All my intentions ever were to talk about you, the creator, Heather Cleveland, and why you think it is okay. Oh, no, don't worry. We're going to go over the timeline, Smoke. We're going to go over the timeline. Don't you worry. We got the evidence coming in for you guys. You guys said you wanted evidence. Mama's got it, baby. We got it. You wanted to just remember you blamed me. Anyways, we're going to keep, don't worry. We're going to keep going. Back to that purse that she, like an idiot. Is she live? Did she go live? Can anyone confirm that? She was crying earlier today. I just want to make sure she's okay.
Yes.
Oh, she did go live? What'd she have to go live about? Was she having a good time? Doing clam slams? Talking about me again? You couldn't shut the fuck up about me. Convictions. Now, you let me know when you got criminal convictions on me, okay? This is all you. And if we're not judging you, if we're not judging you for your dad's crimes, I'm just saying, you can't judge me for other people's allegations that were thrown out by a judge for falsification. Okay? No, she doesn't want to smoke. Oh, in the car. I've always wondered why she goes live from her car. I have always found that weird. She wants to talk. Why are you in the car going live? Where are them kids? Ain't you got 3 kids? Where they at? No, you get muted and blocked here because Heather muted me on her live. So she doesn't get that. She doesn't get that anymore. She lost that. Y'all lost that luxury when I got muted and I wasn't allowed to have a voice. When y'all tried to, as a red-blooded American, y'all tried to take my right to free speech away. You tried to take my right. And that's not fair. And that's illegal. That is illegal to take my rights away as a red-blooded American.
I fucking think not.
Oh, links in the bio, baby. Oh, she's live from the barn. Me too, girl. Me too. So, like I said, Heather said yes. Okay, I then asked Heather if I could search the brown purse that was in the bedroom. And she stated, yes. I then brought the purse outside to Heather's location. My husband's probably getting on to me right now. He's probably saying, can you chill? He said, can you chill with the yelling? I'm sorry. I'm a red-blooded American, and they're trying to take my rights. Let's see what he says. I'm a red-blooded American. He just read it. I got left on red. Motherfucker. Okay. I knew it. I should have divorced him when I had the chance. I should have left him when they came out with these allegations. Fuck. Okay, we're going to finish this up here. They're reporting the shit out of me. They're trying so hard. Don't forget that if I go down, I have a backup channel. And if for some reason that goes down, I have and I'll wait for y'all. If I have to go to the backup channel, I'll wait for y'all. And then I have a YT that I can go and I can just be completely free in what I want to say.
Did she really try to become a KRASHOUT?
She did try to become a crash out, but we have declined. We have declined that application. Her application has been declined due to her background check, unfortunately. However, if her sister wants to apply, I might be open to it. Crash Out Kaylie 2 is a backup.
We love TikTok Shop.
You know. So he got the purse. He's started to conduct a search of it. Inside the purse, I found a short plastic straw. What are you? A short plastic straw? Oh, was this what you were talking about on your live earlier?
We love the TikTok Shop.
Dang, you had that all that in the house just where your 4-year-old could get to it? Man. Imagine if you had just deleted all your shitty accounts. Imagine if you had not harassed me and bullied me. You bullied me. You bullied me. The real ones use a $100 bill. Exactly. I wouldn't know. I've never done it. I've only ever had it rubbed in my gums one time when I was like 13, I think. Maybe 14. But that's it. And it made them numb. And then I was like, I don't like that. Little tutor booter. I don't know. I was just never into stuff like that. Okay, no more share. Oh, did I overshare? See, I'm unfortunately too brutally honest. That's what she uses to drink out of a small Dixie cup. You use to rinse your mouth. Oh. Man. I do love my man. I love my man. Every night. Every single night. And he didn't sleep with my sister. Or my brother. So back to this brown purse. They found that plastic straw. Interesting. I love a good read before bed. I found a short plastic straw, which I know to be used to ingest powder substances, such as smosmane, methamphetamine, and smishmishin schmills through the nostrils. The straw had white powder residue inside. Heather stated that she had not used smosmane in a few months. Oh, sorry, that's just there. I have not used that. I don't know whose that is. During this time, Deputy Scott was attempting to get in touch with a family member to get the child. After several phone calls, the child's grandmother was contacted, or Heather's grandmother. I don't know. I don't know what was redacted here. I had my people. You know what's really funny? The people that she hates so fucking much and she talks so much shit about are the people that redacted this document to protect her fucking kid, even though she didn't give a fuck to protect mine. The grandmother was contacted. She then arrived and stated she would remain with him until his father got home. I then handcuffed Heather to the rear, placed her in the rear of my patrol vehicle, and transported her to the Heard County Jail. The cigar, clear plastic baggie, pipe, and straw were all taken into evidence, processed, and logged at the Heard County Sheriff's Office. Well, it's a very long document. Now, like I told y'all, this is a lot. Was this all we had, mods? I felt like we had something that said, well, you know, let's see here. Well, how did y'all feel about that? When's the last time you did cocaine, ma'am? Oh, it's been a little minute. Not a cook. That's embarrassing. Maybe she didn't inhale it. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. Okay, one little brain break because that's a lot, and then back to it. This is me.
Young chick, I whooped her ass 2 weeks ago. They told me, Miss Yolanda, why you fight? Because I like to and I'm good at it.
Because I like to and I'm good at it.
Like I told that little young chick, I whooped her ass 2 weeks ago. They told me, Miss Yolanda, why you fight? Because I like to and I'm good at it.
All right, that was just a little brain break. I needed to show y'all that. Oh, man.
Did you see the one I sent you on Discord?
Oh, I don't know. I've been so busy with trying to do this document today. Where am I? I promise tomorrow will be the day I get to it. All right. I kind of got to pee. Do y'all care if I pee? Captain Cocaine. Hey, she could change her name to Crash Out and then Kuck. No? Nobody liked that one? If you didn't get to see Heather's live earlier today, we're going to watch that next. So, and just to clarify, like kind of everything. So she had a DUI and a rug charge and then a bench warrant for that. They served it at her house and found more rugs with the kid there. So that's kind of a summary of what happened. Then she violated her probation on those charges by doing the pew-pews and the on the husband. She stated today in a live that she would do nothing differently. She has, just like she did when she showed my minor child in the wedding pictures, she stated that she would do nothing differently. She stood 10 toes down on it. So what was I reading? With the kid right there. Yeah. All I'm saying is she said she wouldn't do anything different. And she asked her chat, or no, she didn't ask her chat. Sorry. She told her chat if it had been them, if it had been anybody else, she felt like they would have done the same thing. So what I want to ask y'all is if y'all had been Heather in that situation where you couldn't keep your man satisfied, but your sister could, and you got really upset about that, would you, well, thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. Would you pull pew-pews and on him? Because she specifically said she felt like everybody else would have, that's what the chat was saying. Sister wives is an option. And imagine that. You could have done that with your actual sister. How much cool, that would have been cool. You would have done it, Kristen? Okay, that's one. Actually, you know what, mods? Let's see. Let's get a poll going. Once again, she made me a blanket. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I love her. Hold on. We're going to need a poll for this. I believe they had a poll on if they thought Cameron. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say his name. Feisty gets me so much into that because she says his name so much. If Gabby had C or not. So I think it's only right to do a poll in this situation, since all of those people run together. Birds of a feather flock together, remember? So in this situation, then a brother, if you could not satisfy your man and he decided to have intercourse with your brother or sister, we'll say brother or sister, would you, smiley face, pull a pew pew on them, and two of them, and say that you're going to smell them? Sad face, divorce them. Okay, so you're going to do the cry face for divorce and the pew pews for the smiley face. And I'm starting the poll now. Some of y'all may say, maybe I'd do the pew-pews, but two of them were a little overkill. I don't know. So, okay. You're not alone, Heather. As of right now, you are not alone. We got 42 seconds left. Yeah, in the past, guys, not even the you today. I'm talking about toxic you. Let's see, that was in 2016, so 10 years ago. 10 years ago, what would you have done? So vote like that. 10 years ago, what would you have done? 17 seconds left. I plead the fifth. Probably the best choice. Dang, twins? And that happened? And that's some good kids right there. Ain't nobody pulled no weapons? That's good. Okay, and it's over. 28 people said that they would do what Heather did. So she's not wrong. She was a crash out. Welcome to the crash out club. However, you can't come into this one. There's another one spelled with a C, and you can be a part of that one. You got to go over there for that. That one, you can't sit with us. You can sit over there, though. So, but 95% said that they would get a divorce. And I think that is probably what I would do as well. We do not know if the child was in the home when any of this happened. It didn't say in the report. So I am unsure if the child was in the home. I do know the child was in the home for the rugs part. Actually, let's take a poll on that. Have you ever... Okay, where'd my polls go? Where'd the polls go? Where'd the poll? And thank y'all for all the gifts. I do appreciate you. We need to get this gift goal in. Trying to fill that gift gallery. Quick poll. We're going to do a happy face for if you have never done any type of substance. We're going to just forget smalcohol. Just forget that. Forget the smalcosmol. Cassie, thank you. I'm talking any other type of substance with your child in the same room as you. You're going to put, if you have ever done that, you're going to put a sad face. You're going to put a crying face. Or any child, if you've ever done it with any child in the room under the age of, under the age of 18. If you've ever done that, a minor, any type of minor in the room, no, we can't do it that way because then that changes shit. If you've ever done any type of substance with your minor child in the room, with you. Put a sad face. This is all anonymous. If you've never done that, put a happy face. Okay, go. Happy face, sad face for doing it in the room. Okay, no judgment. This is you 10 years ago, 12 years ago to be exact. I love the honesty. I appreciate the honesty. I really do. I do. Look at those corgis. How cute. Lane, thank you. I love an honest chat. You're not alone, Heather. And you should feel, no, it is anonymous. It is anonymous. You're not alone. There have been 19 other people in this chat right now that have done that with their kid in the room. So, I appreciate y'all's honesty in this. I think that's important that Heather knows she is not alone in this time, because I do care about mental health. And that is why I have been kind to Gabby. And I care about people's mental health. And I don't think people on the internet should bully people to a point that they may want to unalive themselves. Even though that's, Heather was trying to, kick me off the internet, scare me, hurt my husband and children by putting these things out there. I don't know what she was doing. She wanted to hurt me with my family when, I should have realized hurt people, because I don't know what I would do if my husband slept with my sister. I really don't know how I would react in that situation. And I would probably be mad at the rest of the world. No matter what has happened, I stood by my man in this situation, and I defended him, and I defended his honor. And I hope that you, Heather, can continue. Sorry, I have a stutter. I hope that, you would think that I didn't have social anxiety, but I do. So I get a stutter. I would think that you would stand by your husband through these trying times and defend him and y'all's relationship, because when you take those vows, you should take them seriously. And I do. I honor my husband. And I know that deep down he is a good man and he would never do those things. So I think, I would imagine it would make you so brokenhearted, Charlotte. Did you pull two pew-pews and a on him? And apparently he's been with multiple other people, according to that. Her sister and someone else. I didn't even know she had a sister. Did y'all know she had a sister? I had no idea. And I'm sorry you went through that, Charlotte. Honestly, I couldn't imagine. It really would fuck me up. How is the sister? You knew she had a sister? I had no idea she had a sister. However, also, if y'all need to, guys, I know this has been a lot of information to take in tonight. This will be up on my YT. I do plan to spread awareness on the people who in the past, like they have no grace for anyone else. They want to hold others accountable for committing DV. They want to hold others accountable for child endangerment, but they did it and have no grace for anyone else. So I think, all I had wanted in this was to talk about her. When she decided, we were going to go over the timeline here of how this happened. Everyone always wants to say, I target people. No, I do not. Y'all come for me first and you don't like my response. That's how it works. It's not that you had an opinion on me. It's the way you went about it and the way you want to dog things out. And you can talk about my looks and you can talk about my hair, but when I do it to you, it's no longer okay. So, we're about to hop into.
Don't hit me, then cry when I hit back harder.
Exactly. We're going to go over that timeline. So I'm going to let y'all, because they wanted to pin me as being this horrible person how dare Kaylie bring up Heather's dad's charges? I wasn't even fucking gonna do that. That was Heather. Heather wanted to talk about her dad. I ain't fucking care about your dad. But what we are going to do is do commentary on your live from today. Remember that you specifically said that Sorry, I'm trying to gather my thoughts because this is so much tonight. And it's so annoying because she tried to use this for sympathy to say, oh my God, guys, Kaylie's going to do this to me. She was crying. She said that she wasn't crying because of me. It was because it's her dad's birthday. I don't know when your fucking dad's birthday is. Why the fuck would I know that? Why would I even look for that? I don't fucking care. As if I would come out with that on your dad's birthday. And I'm sorry that is upsetting, that you thought that's what this was. I understand that you probably have trauma, and I'll be praying for you to get through this tough time because it is difficult, everything that has come out. But don't take my grace for weakness. You are who proved how vile you are, not me. I didn't start this. I didn't make it worse. You did. You showed my child, and all you had to do was say, that's my bad. I didn't know there was a kid. I apologize. But you said, I didn't know that was a kid. And so don't be mad at me for defending my children. You want to talk about somebody being obsessed with something? Don't nobody give a fuck about your kids. The only thing I'm concerned about is that you was doing that in a house with them. Maybe somebody should give a fuck about them. Maybe somebody should be worried about them. I don't know what you're still doing. I do know that you're acting unhinged on the internet and that it looks like you're deteriorating, like it's concerning. I protected your kids. You continued to make profiles to attack my children who already went through abuse and trauma and years of it. And you didn't give a fuck about my kids' trauma. You didn't fucking care. Remember that. You didn't give a fuck about my kids' trauma. I said it. I said, you're putting my kid's abuser out there. Stop. And you doubled the fuck down. So no, I do not feel sorry for you. I do not care that it was your dad's birthday. What we are about to listen to is extremely triggering. It is horrific. It is horrendous, the crime that this man did. And she did. She specifically said she didn't care. When she read the allegations from my husband's ex-wife, which were falsified and thrown out, and I asked her to show that, and she didn't. She refused because she wanted y'all to believe that that's all there was to the story. You specifically said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your story. I don't give a fuck about what you've been through. Bitch, I don't give a fuck about what you've been through. And I sure as fuck don't give a fuck about your rapist daddy. I don't care. Just like I don't give a fuck about my dad who is an abuser, who beats women. I don't care. Rot. And you were damn right about one thing in your shit today. He sure as fuck didn't go to heaven. And I don't care. Y'all can think I'm vile for that. There are things in this world that I don't like. People that hurt kids is one of them. People that change a child's life for the rest of their lives. They will never be the fucking same. But of course, you, ma'am, don't fucking care. That's why you didn't care about what he did. You only say you didn't fucking condone it or whatever, but you still loved him. You still put money on his books. You still, showing pictures like this is some happy fucking moment. The fuck it is. He sure as fuck wasn't thinking about you when he did what he did. But you, ma'am, didn't care about the trauma that my children endured and have to live with for the rest of their fucking lives. The person that they have to fucking see and continue to live with for the rest of their fucking lives. When you brought that shit to the fucking internet. So don't cry over there. Don't cry on your live. You wanted to talk about me crying on the live when somebody does it back to them. The fuck you crying about? Man up. You wanted to insinuate about my husband and say that my husband, my man, did some shit to kids. When your own damn daddy did. And you was loving on him until the day he died. Don't ever. You do not match me as a person on any fucking level. You are vile. You don't care about kids. You literally didn't give a fuck about two small children's trauma. No matter how many times you were told that that's what you were doing. Y'all made profile after profile and tried to blast it like it was fucking funny. You're sick. You committed domestic violence. You pulled the same type of pew-pew out as your dad. Maybe y'all got, I don't know. You didn't want to read the psych eval. I don't know if y'all have the same type of mental illnesses going on. I have no fucking clue. I'm not going to look into it. But maybe you should get some help because you're still as fucking vile as you were back then. And you still take no accountability for your fucking actions. You stand on business. I did what I did instead of saying, yeah, it was really bad. I fucked up. It was really bad. And like, I did years of therapy to fix. I bet you ain't gone to therapy a day in your motherfucking life. I feel sorry for you as a human. And probably because the way you were brought up to think going to visit this man after the heinous fucking crime that he committed was somehow normal. He committed it against a fucking child. So no wonder you don't think there's any problem propping up someone and saying justice for them when they committed an act against a child. After I finish this fucking series to show you, ma'am, are who started it and brought this on yourself, I will never speak of you again. I don't give a fuck about you. I didn't know who the fuck you were. You were a nobody. You were a fucking loser. You were no one. And you wanted to be so bad and thought you were some badass on the internet and then gonna come on here today talking about, well, it's my dad's birthday. Girl, we don't care. I hope it's miserable in hell. Now, on to that. Let's do some commentary on this. Because you wanted to beat me to it so bad. And I will say, though I sort of felt bad for you that you were reading this out, you didn't feel bad. You wanted people to sympathize with you. You did this manipulatively, just like you tried to manipulate you. And her audience are the dumbasses. Y'all were all manipulated today and you fell for it. And she manipulated y'all again when she tried to pretend somehow she was defending herself when she committed domestic violence. She pretended that she's never, her kids are fine. Her kids are with her. They never been taken away. Never been taken away. Girl, you was in jail. You couldn't be around them. You weren't even allowed around their daddy. That was why he filed for full fucking custody. You couldn't have, and that's why you had to forgive him probably for sleeping with your sister, because you knew that if y'all's divorce went through and you didn't forgive him, you wasn't getting them kids. You knew damn well that court case was not about to work out for you. Now, let's watch this shit. Manipulated all of her audience today. Y'all are just as dumb. That's why I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me.
Nails are still dirty from the fucking mud part.
Girl, your nails are nasty. Every time you get on this app, you want to call somebody crusty. You want to talk about Christina crusty. Girl, every time you get on this app, your hair greasy and you got doo-doo under your nails. Every damn time. There doo-doo under these nails? I don't think so. Every time you get on this app in that car, there's doo-doo under them nails. Every damn time. Sorry. It's a pet peeve of mine. Doo-doo nails is gross. Also, don't forget that Mama Doo-doo was up in her chat today. Mama Doo-doo, don't make me do this to you. Don't. I'm sick of you. I'm sick of you. I'm about to do another damn spell. That's what I'm about to do. Lord, she up in there. She did a freezer spell on me. Lady, she rubbed lipstick all over her face. You know what? I think this weekend, I'm going to rub lipstick all over my face again. That's what I think I'm going to do. Oh, Papa bless. It's going to be a late one tonight. It's going to be a late one. I hope y'all are around for it. All right. So since Heather doesn't upload her lives anywhere, I think it's important that we do commentary on this. Please. This is very triggering. This is traumatic. This is fucking horrendous. And I am telling you now, there is grape in this. There is weapons. There is sodomy. I don't know. There's a ton of shit. I don't know. There's a lot. It was hard to listen to. It's fucking horrendous. So, hey, by all means. All I'm saying is she wants y'all to give her dad grace, but God forbid y'all give Gabby some grace. But for the man that did what y'all are about to hear, we should feel sympathy for her because she is sad today. It wasn't her crime, but my husband's allegations were mine, and I shouldn't love him despite allegations that were thrown out. But she's allowed to love. I just think that's a little weird. I think it's a little hypocritical that she is allowed to love this man. Anyways, here you go. I gotta go pee.
Y'all. Don't mind my light. First of all, don't mind my hair. Don't mind any of it. Okay? I want y'all to know I got the file box out. And this motherfucking file box has been sitting up under... It's been sitting in my barn. Like, not in the barn, but in, like, the shed part ever since I went over it with the whole Christina thing. I look like shit today. I don't care. Can y'all hear me? Everything's good? Hey. Don't want to battle right now. It's gonna be no. Yeah, I'm good. Fine. I don't understand why the fucking... I guess the sun turns my hair fucking... Anyways. I need to dye it again. Not even to hide the grays. It's just because the sun keeps changing colors. Yes, my fucking finger. I need a fucking scrub brush for my fucking fingernails from this fucking lead bark. Anyways, it's fine. Hey, y'all, I'm good. Everything's great. Everything's great. I don't really know. You guys, I was napping. Thanks. I was napping. The next thing I know, I heard fucking Kaylie. I fell asleep listening to Pink. How long have I been asleep? Like, not even long, like 20 minutes. I fell asleep listening to Pink. The next thing I know, I hear Kaylie's voice. The next thing I know, she has a new video up. I don't know who it's about. I don't know if it's about me. I don't know what's going on, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go over... Thank you for the heartbeat. We're going to go ahead and go over all my skeletons if you're new here, okay? I'm pretty sure that... I mean, I already have them out there, but if you're new here, maybe you don't know them. I don't know. I don't really care. I do care because nobody...
Okay, so I want to clarify, were all the skeletons out before this? The link for my YT is in the bio, and I will stay up late to make sure this gets uploaded for y'all. Were all these skeletons out? I don't know. Those of you that are around from the Christina time, was this skeleton about her, from her mouth, her husband slept with her sister, was that out? I'm just curious. Oh. So she, in fact, when she went live today, she did not beat me to anything. It's very interesting.
I'm gonna be, if it's about me, I'm gonna beat her to the punch. It just is what it is. You're not gonna be able to expose.
Listen, she can claim that it's not true, but y'all saw the paper. How did I make it up? I showed y'all the paper. I showed you. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. When people start saying, and I don't know, look, girl, you are the biggest liar I have ever, like, I showed the seal of the paper. Like, come on. She don't want y'all to know that that's the truth, that she's still with the man that slept with her sister. That shit's wild. Oh, Lord. Okay, we're just going to get it. I've already proven she's just a huge fucking liar. So did she endanger her child? Or no? Was that a lie too? The cops are just liars. Interesting. The cops just lied. It's crazy. That's crazy work, girl. You pled guilty.
Who are you? I saw you yesterday. Never heard
I know.
Of
at least he kept it in the family.
I'm Heather Cleveland. I don't know if it's about me. It's no one's business. Yeah, but if someone else is going to go over, yes, let's debunk the horse shit before the cooter can make it be something it's not. Well, you're Heather. Yeah.
Before the cooter, we are the Cooter Clowns. Get it right. Also, don't forget that if you are a super fan, which you should be, I had told everybody don't worry about subscribing over the like once they said that they were coming out with the new super fan thing. You should now, so that you can join the Discord. Join up in our Discord. There's a daily chat going on all the time for you to hang out with people. And my Discord is called the Cooter Club, the Crash Out Cooter Club Clown School. Something like that. I don't know. But you should join. Become a super fan. Right now. I'm going to go get my popcorn.
You're a Heather.
Gypsy
Heather?
Mama, get with a mod and they can make sure you get
tell her own story
done.
regardless. I don't know. I thought that we already, thank you, Carly. Thank you,
Crash Out Clown School Law.
When she talks about me, I'm going to be honest with you. I could not watch her talking about me. I could not watch her talking about my husband. I just could not watch those lives. Whenever she went over my charges, like that had already been out there. Maybe it's new to her people. I don't know. What's up, Crazy B? What's up, B for her? So I don't know. I saw her latest video. Yes, new video up. Oh, well, on your page or her page? New video up. You're talking about on her page? Or on her page? I don't know. On your page?
Man, y'all were really stressed today.
But I'll check it out. What's up, just better. Hey, Grace Paul. Some of y'all have been with me. Some of y'all already know what we're about to go over. Kaylie using a sonogram. I did hear about that. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand. Now.
Okay, when I was being doxxed, and they actually did, they were putting, just to clarify, while there's 881 people of you in here, I was being attacked on a Reddit page called Exposing 2K, and they were putting my full name, where I worked, basically what they do to Gabby, they were doing to me. They were putting everything, they were telling people to report me to the nursing board. It was the first time I had dealt with anything like this on the internet, which is why I don't think it's okay to do this to people. It was just like, it was pretty fucking horrible. They were putting my kids' names, all kinds of shit. So I reacted to that instead of just like trying to ignore it or whatever. This is how I became the evil human that I am today. I was nothing back then. I didn't know how to find this information now or what was legal, because this is how I learned what is legal and what's not legal. So she's the same lady that used to torture Christina. Yeah, she is. So I made police reports and had detectives involved and all that. And there's certain things you have to do to be able to get IP addresses pulled and blah, 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 blah. So I learned all of that during this and what people are allowed to do and what they are not allowed to do. So yeah, it is a whole fucking thing. But during that, there was this girl that got into it with me at one point, and I don't know, it was just simply because she liked Brie and I didn't. Well, I found out that during all this, of course, it was the typical, she didn't have fucking custody of her kid, and she was talking shit about the person who, it is a long fucking story. Anyways, basically, to sum it up, she was doxing my information, putting it on the Reddit for hundreds of people to see. Me and this girl are cool now. And I didn't want to put her kid on my page. Like I was making their profile picture. I would make their pictures my profile pictures. And so I wasn't going to put the kid's picture on there, but there was an ultrasound. And I was like, well, you can't identify a kid from that. So in my head, I justified it as like, that, you know, you can't identify a kid from that. So like, what's a big fucking deal? And I did it. And now that I look back, I can understand how invasive that probably felt. They were doing it to me too. They were posting my stuff, my family pictures, they were at this time posting pictures of my family from the Facebook, posting my exes. Like it was fucking crazy. So I was trying to be just as bad to get them to stop, to show you're not anonymous. Now, looking back, should I have done it? Absolutely fucking not. I felt threatened. I was in fight or flight. So I tried to return what they were doing to me. I should not have done that, which I have learned in that situation that retaliating the same way they're acting does nothing. So eventually I apologized to her and told her like, it didn't matter what you did. Like I shouldn't have done that. That was fucked up. It's invasive and it would hurt me if somebody did that to me. So like as a human, that should not have happened. So I take accountability for that. At first, I definitely, cause like, I was kind of like, fuck y'all. I'm not admitting to that. Like y'all were doing fucked up shit to me. Screw y'all. And then I finally was just like, you know what, whatever. Like, yeah, I did it. It was fucked up. So yeah, I tried to double down on it first, kind of like what Heather did. But eventually I was like, no, like, in order to be a good creator and for my people to trust me, it is important that I take accountability when I fuck up. Or how can people trust me? Like this is not a dictatorship and I don't have to always be right. So I take accountability when I do something stupid. And that was something really stupid and I pay the price for it. People bring it up all the time. So yeah, but since then I haven't done anything like that because that's not who I am anymore. And I learned my lesson not to be like these people. Like a picture can't hurt me. Y'all posting this stuff can't hurt me because I know the truth and I can prove to y'all with documentation from courts, from police. Like I can prove all of these things. So I will do that if these people continue to do this instead of fighting them back the way they're trying to fight me. So that is what I have chosen to do, which is why this is what's happening with Heather. I'm going to show proof and documentation. I don't have to be a liar. I always come with receipts. Hi, Ashley. That accountability made me a fan, though. I appreciate that. Thank you. And still, like, even though I have apologized, that doesn't take away the hurt and the pain that I caused by doing that and that it was fucked up. And once again, Brittany, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Brittany. I really am. I'm glad we're cool now because you are pretty cool. Anyways, so will that proof be AI? The fuck? Take me to court if it was fake, Heather. Heather, if you're insinuating that what I showed was fake, take me to court because those are some pretty heinous allegations. I mean, it said that your husband slept with your sister. It said that 2 pew-pews, and yeah, I need to know more about what all she did to Christina because I want to see the similarities in what she did to Christina and what she did to me. So I really do want to compare that. But yeah, anyways, I just want to let y'all know I take accountability for the shit I've done. And there are 853 people in here. So that shows y'all that's more people than I ever have in my lives. So that shows y'all what, like, I will take accountability.
Let me just say this. It might not even be about me. That post on Kaylee's page, thank you, Skittles, maybe it's not about me, but I tend to think it is.
It was.
To be honest with you. So we're just going to go over things.
She thought she was going to beat me to it. No, all she did was expose herself even worse.
Good times. I don't think it's about her. I think that it's about me or my dad.
I feel terrible for Christina.
We'll that, like,
I can only imagine.
This is a file policy.
Especially if you have any sort of like history or anything like that. Like this girl is vile.
Christina days. It's still got the dust on it. Let's see what we got. We're just. Oh, that's blank. Ain't got shit in it. Got me some labels in here. Okay, let's see. The first thing. Y'all want to see the deed to my house? No, probably not. Who will show that? Who'll keep that in there? Okay. That's not your business. Just know I own my home. You want to see my property taxes? Oh, well, we can start here. Here's a bankruptcy folder. Let's see. I did file bankruptcy back in 2014. Just so y'all know. If you want to know.
All right. Anybody that's talking shit about Christina gets banned too, mods. Because clearly, same ones.
I do not have to reveal.
Y'all make profiles just like that.
New, and I'm not.
I don't tolerate that shit. Y'all can get the fuck out.
Think that they're exposing something before I can talk about it. So this is what we're doing. Okay.
Heather has been proven to be a fucking liar.
I guess birth certificate. What is he going to do?
So when y'all show receipts, then I'll believe you.
Certification of achievements. Just
receipts and receipts only.
Heather's car insurance, utilities, health insurance, home insurance. We don't need that. Where is my criminal shit? Dog forms. We don't need that. Loans and credit cards. We don't need that. Where is my?
Where is your criminal shit?
I saw somebody saying PPP needs to get a phone stand. She makes it. I get it. Sorry, I don't care if I look shit. I've been napping.
And full receipts.
Where? Maybe it's in this one.
Yeah. She tends to try to make everything.
I did graduate.
Yeah, they try to make fakes to intimidate. That's all they do.
My husband.
You can't understand her.
Oh, Heather Cleveland. I think this is gonna be my file. Oh,
she talks so fucking slow. Oh, your babies that you endangered. Oh, that was the one. Didn't you just show your kid?
My resume. You don't need that. Georgia work ready certificate. Got a gold on that score. Here's my college transcripts. Where is my criminal shit? Is that what all these? Yeah. Okay, here it is. Oh no, that's my dad's stuff. It's okay. I didn't know I had that in here. It's okay. It's fine. We'll go. Okay, it's fine. Okay. I'm trying to figure out where my criminal shit is. I used to be so well organized, and then Christina Nystrom wanted to air out all my dirty laundry, and it made me unorganized.
Well, did you do it to her first? What started it?
You guys, electric. I have a Samsung. What even is this? Is this for my refrigerator? I have a Samsung refrigerator. If you guys want to know about that.
Hair, girl.
I have a toaster oven.
I don't know how old her kids are.
If you guys want to know about my toaster oven, why I save shit like that, I don't fucking know. Screaming. Fucking screaming. Oh, what is this? Oh, this refrigerator. A hot water heater. You got one of those. I'm trying to figure out where my criminal shit is, bitch. Maybe it's in here. Oh, it's in here. I see the file. I remember it. Okay. How
she was a veteran on OF and Heather didn't like her.
I remember this folder.
Didn't she like release Christina's content? Like some of Christina's content? That's insane. That is super fucked up. So don't you dare come on here talking about some fucking invading my privacy. That's between
I believe
because
so.
You'll hear her in this. She says, "Oh, y'all don't need to know the reason why." Now she's saying that the reason why is a lie. So she literally, when you don't care about other people's privacy, why do you get privacy? Why does the internet not need to know that he slept with your sister? But we had to see, like, I didn't subscribe to Christina and you just gonna post her content? That's fucking crazy. It was wild. Yeah, I'm sure it probably would take a long time. I'm gonna need the Spark Notes version.
Real for me. It says Heard County on it. This is what I was looking for. You guys, some of this stuff.
Listen, if you come in here and you say she did not do that, and then Christina's people tell me that there were tons of profiles made that had her content on it, I'm just curious, were there tons of profiles made that had Christina's FO content on it? And it just happened to happen at the same time that PPP started hating her? Interesting. I'd be interested to know if any of Christina's people, because I'm sure at the time, her mods, PPP's mods, didn't have secret names like they do now. They posted it to her dad's Facebook. That's fucking disgusting. What the fuck, man? Y'all are sick. Yeah. Yeah, that's diabolical. That's what they were trying. I mean, that's what they try to do. They're gross. Wow. Of course she did. That's gross as fuck. I'd be interested to know if y'all know. Yeah, new rabbit hole. The whole rabbit hole for PPP. I'd be interested to know that if the mods had their actual names on their profiles back then, because I know now they all have their stuff hidden. And since they like to go for people's mods, I would just be curious to know if Christina and them have any screenshots of her old chat back in the day with different names of her mods.
And
the trauma continues. The apple did fall close to the tree.
There's another letter from my dad. Okay, I don't know what all this is. I'm gonna pull it.
So Christina, or which really, like, Christina, if you don't want to be involved, of course not. You don't have to. But if anyone who is watching this wants to secretly say something about or give me screenshots of pictures of the chat back in the day that has mods' names in it, that would do a lot for us. And I would appreciate those. You can send them to, and we will not release who you are giving that information to us. Your identity will be kept secret. We won't say anything. All you have to do is send it on over. Just get that sent on over to one of my mods. They are all trusted people. We are very well known for not betraying our people. So by all means, please, screenshots of Christina's old chat when this harassment was happening. And if you have mods, names of mods. And if she harassed anybody else back in the day, pictures of her chat with mods, because the people that she still rolls with are very dedicated to her. And they know all about the Christina drama. So I know that those people were there then. Oh yeah, her mods are in here. That's why they're all getting blocked. That's why they're making 8,000 accounts right now. But guess what? We don't care. We ain't gonna listen to y'all. Anything you post from here on out, we ain't addressing. We don't give a fuck. You were proven to, because you will never, I don't care. You can expose whatever you want about anybody else. I don't fucking care. Ain't got shit to do with me, baby. Ain't got shit to do with me. Me versus Heather. Endangered a child. Smoked rugs around a child. Had paraphernalia in reach of her child. That's what the police officer said. You were charged, convicted, was on probation, and then you committed aggravated assault against your husband. So all I'm saying is, me compared to you, baby, they ain't got nothing on me. What they got? What they got? What's anybody else's crimes got to do with me? What's anybody else's allegations got to do with me? The apple fell far from the tree over here. I ain't got to, why I got to do a deep dive on Christina? Why I got to do that? Unless you're saying, like, I need to know who she is. Ooh, baby, my husband is good. My husband is amazing. He is married to me. He has never fucked my sister. He is not any of the things that this cutie patootie up here is going to have to explain why she said what she said. No. So, you know, if I need to know who Christina is, I'll look her up. But I'm not like trying to watch her FO content. That's weird and invasive. Like, I'm not do that. Oh yeah, if they come, like I said, block any of them because it's just Heather's people. So I want them blocked. If they say anything bad about Christina, they get blocked. I don't care. Does that mean that I support Christina? No, I don't know her story. I don't know anything about it. We're not friends. But I'm not going to let you come in here and bully people in my chat. You do get an anonymity, Christina people. Okay? You get anonymity if you message me pictures of the old chat and pictures of the mods' names. Not the sister and the mom. I don't know. Did she just admit that? She only said that he slept with her sister.
Fucking given to me by fucking Granny, by fucking, what's her name? Help. What is her name? What's fucking Mimi? No. What's Christina's mom's name? Bonnie. It was given to me by Bonnie, period. Bonnie gave it to me. What is this? Okay, you, the defendant, are hereby notified of the...
Heather, what's your dad's name? I'd write him in jail, but to get some information, but do you not hear how fucked up you are? Like, bitch, how do you not realize that, like, bringing up that girl's mom and saying that you messaged her, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? God damn, but if somebody does it to her, oh, Kaylie said that on his birthday. Oh. Yeah. I know he's dead. I know he is. And I don't care. Once y'all hear his crimes, y'all let me know if y'all care that he's dead.
The case pending against you in the Superior Court, you will be called for criminal on the 10th day of April 2017. Charges, aggravated assault, terroristic threats, and acts. I did do that, you guys. I did.
She did do that.
I'm going to try to keep this in chronological order, but I don't know. This was
I'm just going to let y'all.
Whenever I went in and I come back out, they gave me this little bag.
Dads are the best dads.
Clock that.
Motion.
Okay, in 2011, this was like the first one, maybe. 2011.
They'll all be posting about me talking about I'm vile.
I do not condone that. I would not, if I given the chance to do that again, I would not do that again. Do not drink and drive. I do not recommend that. You put not only yourself in danger, but you put other people in danger as well. I did take a driver and proof. I did pass.
So she took the time while she was going through her history. She was being honest with y'all. She had nothing to hide. Remember, nothing to hide. And she said that, guys, yes, she got a DWI, DUI, whatever, but don't do that. She doesn't condone that. Okay. Now let's see if she talks about the smoking in the room with her 4-year-old.
A driver improvement class, and I did do a risk reduction assessment. I know that's right.
Okay.
So yeah, driving under the influence.
Exactly. It's a fun club. The sincerity in her voice. Cycle breaking. Thank you so much. I love you. Okie. Peace out, Kimmy. KP14. Tiana.
I was on probation.
Donnie, Ashley, thank y'all so much.
2014. Okay. Superior State. Okay. I think that Kaylie's already showed this on her live, so I don't really know. Here's my attorney's name.
No, girl, I ain't gonna do it
this
again.
This is my next
You thought I was gonna do it again?
This is my next
So she's had more than one
Yeah,
dude?
but I don't recommend doing it. If I could do it again, I would
I'm not sure.
Okay, this was in 2014. Possession of
cycle breaking, thank you. Always Kimberly, thank you.
Possession of Xanax, possession of smoking. Okay, reckless driving, failure to maintain the lane. Okay. Yeah, so
so I guess she had to. I guess she did have to.
What can I say? At one time, I liked the booger sugar. I don't know what to tell you. And that was 10 years ago, mind you. If I still liked it, I wouldn't be fluffy. I'm just simply saying.
At one time, she liked the booger sugar, she said.
Alcohol and drug assessment? You want to? We can do that. I don't think it really fucking matters.
Another pattern.
But this is giving me like fucking... Yeah, it's giving me fucking Gabby's thing. Family, social, psychiatric
giving her
status.
PTSD is what she's saying. She's making fun. So she does go on to to talk about mental health and how I, as a nurse, don't care about mental health. But she's mocking the fact that Gabby could have PTSD, even though she doesn't know. Were you diagnosed with it, Heather, or are you just saying it? I'm confused.
Interviewer assessment. Miss Cleveland appears to have been medicating herself with Xanax from multiple family-related issues. She realizes her mistake of getting behind the wheel. However, her needs appear to be emotional in nature at this point. Bitch, I was an emotional fucking wreck at that, okay? Back in
another excuse.
Why, but,
another excuse.
You just do things that you just
I bet her husband does have some of that.
I did go take drug tests after that to show them in court.
He probably flinches every time she goes in the bedroom.
In order to just get on probation for this charge. Random, all negative. Anyways, that's not why we're here. Let's keep going.
I know, right, Melissa?
Again, that was 10 years ago. I don't even know why I'm showing this. I'm almost positive that Kaylee's already went over this. Okay, affidavit for arrest. I'll tell it
I never tried.
Sorry if I missed your comments. Bear with me. Affidavit for arrest. This was in...
I don't even think I had it for anxiety. I always was like, don't give me that. I don't want anything that can be addictive. This is
for the Xanax and the smoke smain thing.
Yeah, this live is 58 minutes, so I have it on 1.25, but 1.5. She definitely was looking rough, was super nervous. Her voice was shaky. This had her ruffled.
Pills not in original container, whatever. This isn't even what I'm looking for. Where is the aggravated assault one? So I was on probation during the time that I got the next charge. This was in 2014. I had a 3-year probation sentence and I was on probation. Something happened and I caught another charge and my probation was revoked. Here is my husband's victim letter. Dear Christopher Cleveland, this is to inform you that the defendant in the above referenced case entered a guilty plea of charge of aggravated assault. The presiding judge sentenced the defendant to serve 3 years on felony probation plus a $1,000 fine. And you know, I'm not going to get into, it's really not, I'm not going to tell, she won't be able to find out the information. There was a reason I did what I did, and that's all I'm going to say, okay? There was a reason I did what I did. And to be honest with you, well, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that on the internet. Here it is, the aggravated assault. Okay, here's the next one. This was in 2017.
Okay, did you notice how she tried to buff right over? She tried to buff right over, and then something happened and my probation got revoked. What happened? Why'd your probation get revoked? Could it be because you were doing rugs in the room with your kid and had a whole bunch of paraphernalia and a substance where he could get to it? A 4-year-old? That's weird. Why'd you skip right over that? Because nobody had that before? I mean, all I'm asking is that, like, all I asked you for was to take accountability for showing my minor child. That was all I asked you for. I don't have to hide on fake profiles like y'all. My people don't have to hide on fake profiles like y'all. We don't have to do that. We come right here with our fucking names to talk to you. Don't nobody give a fuck when it was. If it was 2014 and it wasn't that big of a deal, take accountability. Take accountability. Who gives a fuck? If it was 2014 and it wasn't a big deal, take accountability. I took a shit on a lawn in 2016 and I've taken accountability for it. Yeah, I did it. I was mad. And I didn't think I'd get caught, but I did. So
I was almost off probation, but I violated. Anyways, I called another charge, aggravated.
Also, she goes over, her husband had even written a victim impact statement because that's what she was saying. A victim statement is a victim impact statement. Now, we had to do that as well, write a victim impact statement. So I think it's just telling who the victims are in the situation and who the perpetrators and abusers are. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Assault, aggravated assault, terroristic threats. I got 3 years on probation. That could have been much worse. I could have got jail time for that. It's fine. This isn't pain. This is totally fine. I think she's already went over this. I don't even feel like she's already went over this. So I don't even know why I'm going over this. I don't know what she's talking about showing.
Yeah. Why are you going over it?
If she wants to I think she might want to go dad for dad with me.
She thinks I want to go dad for dad with her. No, Heather. I don't care what Milton's doing. I don't care. Go for it. Fuck him. Rot in hell. Show him. Send him this. Hey, bro. Rot in hell. I don't care.
Which is fine.
Do you know a good Milton anywhere? Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Every time I had a fucking
Robert
court,
Adams is your dad's name?
From the victim thing, every time I had a court date, that's what I'm looking at right now.
I didn't even know.
All these are so unorganized, thanks to Krusty. You guys, I want to just tell you again that this was 2000.
Why is it Christy's fault that you have a criminal record?
I went to court 2017, but it's 2016. Order for bond. The above referenced individual is presently incarcerated in the Hurd County Jail with no bond on violation of probation. It appears that the end of justice would best be served by said individual being permitted to sign her own bond due to the defendant being pregnant and having other medical conditions. I did find out I was pregnant with my third kid. Wow. That's kind of hard. I did find out I was pregnant with my third kid while in jail.
Damn, you already had 2 kids?
Yeah, so I got bond. The defendant being permitted to sign her own bond.
So y'all always want to talk shit about Gabby, talking about, oh, it's her first kid and all that. You was on your fucking 3rd one and you was still doing this crazy shit.
Out on the 1 count of violation of probation. Said bond specifically conditioned the defendant remaining on house arrest at her grandparents' house. She is permitted to leave her grandparents' house for court and other court-related matters. See her probation officer or other items that may be ordered by
I
probation
guess
for
that
any
would be her
church-related
maiden
matters,
name.
attending counseling sessions, any necessary medical appointments. She is further. She must report to probation at 9 a.m. the following day from release from incarceration.
We could have been friends.
Okay, sorry. Anyways, I heard Glorilla.
We could have been friends.
One of the reasons, actually, they let me out. Okay, so I found out I was pregnant. Took the pregnancy test in jail. Found out I was pregnant because I was on a violation of probation. And usually, on a violation of probation, they can make you stay there until the remainder of your probation term, right? But I found out I was pregnant. I started breaking out. I have bad skin, anyways. She said it's DV, and the person pled guilty. Well, I did plead guilty. I pled guilty to that. Aggravated assault with a Smedley weapon. I did plead guilty to that. There was 2 aggravated assault. 2 aggravated assault, both of them with deadly with weapons, whatever, and 1 smearistic threats because I told him I would unalive him. I told him that. That's what I said. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's what I fucking said.
I wish you
That's her entire thing
said.
she's claiming. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what more I don't know. I thought we've already went over this.
We did.
Oh,
But we didn't have the
Thank God it's
details.
in black and white. Get you a screenshot, girl. This my mugshot. I don't know. I ain't been able to find the one in color. Anyways. So yeah, there's that. I think we've all said that too. Yeah, I don't think all of our husbands have called the cops on us when we said that though. But I'm not gonna say too much about that. Just know, I think that anyone.
Most of us don't hold them at pew pew point
in the situation I
and
was in,
say
we've done
it.
the same thing. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay. Yeah, I mean, anyone. Well, to be fair, I did have weapons, and what's crazy about that is I did have a sharp object, right? And I did threaten him with that sharp object, but I ended up cutting my own finger. To be honest with you, I ended up cutting my own fucking finger. That's besides the point. That doesn't matter.
So she's the victim. She's the victim.
It was a bad fight. I was young. Yes, we were young and dumb. I was young, dumb, and it is what it is. There's a story behind it, but it's not for the internet.
You were 20. Girl, you were 26.
I don't think I would have done anything differently, to be honest with you, in that situation. And you.
It's not a story for the internet. It was just a dumb fight. It was a dumb fight. We were young and dumb. It was a dumb fight. It's not a story for the internet. If it's not true, then what's the true story? Is all I'm wondering. If he didn't sleep with your sister and that's what you told the police, what's the truth? Y'all both said that somebody slept with that he slept with somebody. He just didn't divulge that it was your sister. You did. That's all I'm saying. So, and you are saying that you were the victim in this. You cut your hand, so we should believe you and your words on that night were that he slept with your sister.
You can not like me for that. I don't care, but you don't know the story, and I'm not going to tell the story because it's not for the internet.
Not for the internet. I bet her sister is a fucking lovely person. She was really mad to need 2 pew-pews. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, there that is. I committed aggravated assault. I got 2 counts of aggravated assaults and a terroristic threat charge. I did. Sure did. I don't. Yeah. I mean, this was back again. This was 2016 is when I caught the charge. I think I went to court. I went to court on it until like 2017. We've already went over this.
Not a big deal. We already went over this. Ooh, we could. I wonder if her sister would want to be a crash out.
I don't know. And to be fair, maybe it's not about me, but I kind of don't understand because I already thought that she already did. I thought that she already did this. I thought she already did my charge. I thought she already went over the police reports. I thought that she already went over this. Now, there is something else that we can talk about that's hard. Okay, here's the affidavit for arrest. I think that she went over this. Pretty sure. Okay, but I'll read it to you. We're going to read it together.
Once a cheater, always a cheater.
It's the affidavit for arrest. That's what they gave me while I was there the next day in jail.
That might, I mean, maybe this is why she was so mad I showed her husband. Because she's super defensive. Super defensive of him because of what he's done. And who knows if he's cheated again? Who knows?
Says to the best of his knowledge and belief that Heather Renee Cleveland did in her county commit the offense of aggravated assault on the 8th day of June 2016. The place occurred at the said offense being in her county at my address. Said offense.
Okay, Marine Mama, don't block her yet. You wouldn't want everyone to know if your man slept with your sister. Marine Mama, let me ask you this. Are you defending Heather right now? No, he looks like every boring ass other country dude. He's just a plain ass dude. Nobody to smell over. I would buy a billboard. That would make me get a billboard, in fact. Why don't you want to talk, Marine Mama? I want to talk about it. No, I'd blast them all over Facebook, but not blast them with a pew-pew. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'd never be able to sleep with somebody again if they did some shit like that to me. Marine Mama, this is the person who shared, like come on. Come on, I wouldn't want everybody to know. Did Heather care about that? Did Heather care when she showed my minor child? Or when she tried to tell everybody she falsely accused me of being on Ozempic? That's defamation. Okay, Marine Mama, let me explain something to you. I am not you. And I don't care. When you are a vile human, you deserve everything you're getting. And she has been a completely vile human to many people on this app. She has been horrible, and she leads a pack of horrible people to do the same. They have made accounts of dead husbands, dead brothers, and messaged the person, the spouse, or the sibling. They're disgusting. They are disgusting. Yes, the lady on the screen. Okay, now you can block Marine Mama. I don't give a fuck. If you're a Heather fan, you can leave. Goodbye.
It's being described as to, in that said accused did on 6/8/2016 make an assault upon the person of Christopher Cleveland with a cutting knife and a deadly weapon by throwing the object in the direction of Christopher Cleveland. You think it's not about me? I don't know. I don't know, girl. I was crashing out. I threw it in his direction, okay? And so, yeah. So.
Still can't take accountability that she threw it at him. I threw it in his direction. No, you probably don't want to know who she is. Honestly.
But that's why they got me on that one. Let's read the next one. Well, this one's kind of... Well, I don't think this is true. I didn't have any intent to use it. I just want to tell y'all that. I didn't have any intent to use it.
You didn't have any intent to use it, but you said that you didn't remember anything that happened. So how do you know? She tried to say that we are mocking DV and that we don't know what happened that night. But we found out what happened that night. She was trying to make it out like she was the victim and that like maybe the reason she pulled all these things was defending herself. You didn't have intent, but after the first weapon was taken from you and hidden from you, you went for 2 more. Baby, that's intent. That's called intent, my dear.
But I'll read it to you. The place of occurrence being in Heard County, said offense being described in that said accused did on 6/8/2016 make an assault upon person of Christopher Cleveland with a .22 caliber with the intent to use said weapon against Christopher Cleveland. That part's not true. And this affidavit makes the affidavit that a warrant may be issued for the arrest. Says that to the best of his knowledge and belief that Heather Renee Cleveland did in Heard County commit the offense of terroristic threats. And said that the accused did threaten to commit a crime of violence, telling Christopher Cleveland
she's blank behind her eyes, is she not?
Off him during an altercation.
Seems a little like it.
That's what I did. That's what I did. I got charged. He called the cops. Well, there was a fight. Obviously, there was a fucking fight. Obviously, there was a fight.
Because he slept with your sister.
Somebody had to go to jail. Okay, and that somebody was me because I was crashing the fuck out. Yeah.
Yeah. And it, like, if you're still... I don't know. If you're still drinking and all that, like, this could be dangerous for all these people to be in this situation.
I'm just trying to get us fired. Thank you for the heartbeat. I crashed out. I did. But there's a story behind it. I'm not going to tell it to you. Just know that I would probably if I had it to do all over again, I wouldn't change anything about it. So there's that. Maybe Kaylie's shit isn't even about me. I don't know. But I do want to... Okay, this is going to be hard.
I bet you wish it wasn't.
Just a girl. Okay, let's clarify something. I'm not condoning.
I bet you wish it wasn't about you. And she gonna go live tomorrow and she's gonna say, I don't care. I don't care. Girl, this live tells me all that we needed to know. Girl. You cared. You cared pretty bad. Y'all was all in here watching tonight too. And I didn't even have to do what you did where you said, oh, I've got some tea on Kaylie. Did you not notice that the video I made was a parody of yours when you were like, oh, I had a whatever. I have tea to drop tonight. There's been some tea about Kaylie to drop. Except it wasn't about Kaylie. And it wasn't true. But this is. And it's about you. Mods, can y'all get her live, please? Can y'all get her live from tonight and put it on the doc?
That I'm not condoning DB against. I'm not condoning those charges against anybody.
On it.
Like,
Thank you.
That's not something I'm condoning. I don't want it to appear that way. I'm not condoning that. But I was there, you wasn't, and I did what I did. Okay? I don't condone it. Domestic violence is real. Just life. I don't condone it.
Why won't you say that men can be victims too? Heather, I have a question for you. Can men, will you take accountability for what you did and say that men can be victims too? That it is horrible what your husband went through.
In my situation, I did what I had to do. Okay?
Yeah, she was the abuser, which is why she identifies with my husband's abuser.
No. Did we want to go over my divorce? See, I wish I would have known that she was going to go over my divorce records. I could have went over that with, God dang it, with you guys. Like, this is dumb. Anyways, I don't think she's talking about that, so we'll move on.
Heather, let's be honest. You thought that I was dumb. You thought my team was dumb and that we would only be able to find what Christina was able to find or what Christina's team was able to find. No, he tried to divorce her. That's the most embarrassing part is that he tried to divorce her. Here, I'll tell you right here. June 2016 was when she violated the probation. September 2016 was when she got the assault charge. And in the document, it said something about the kid went to go live with his grandparents for a little bit, which I think that's why she's so sensitive when I said she doesn't have her kids, which I don't know if she has her kids. I don't know. Why would I fucking know that? I have no idea. I've never seen your kids on your live. How would I know? I don't care or know. It's not my business. March 2017 was her assault sentencing. October 2020, so 4 years after the assault, he filed for divorce from her to get away from her. And then he was requesting full custody for their safety. And in October, that's all the divorce stuff. They had so they were legally separated until 2024. And then I guess they rekindled their love. She still wanted to be with him after the sister thing. But I don't blame him. I'd be scared too that anytime y'all got in a fight, she was going, I'd be scared shitless. Yeah. So that's that. I just want to make sure, because y'all said that I never come with receipts and I never have evidence. So I wanted to make sure that I have all of that there for y'all, because y'all been saying a lot of stuff about me that I don't have evidence and that I don't ever show anything. So just wanted to make sure.
Okay. I think that this is what she's talking about. Those were mine. We've already went over that. She's already went over that. She's not talking about that. This is going to be this is a huge fucking trigger warning. This is worse than what I just told. This is way worse. This is about my dad. I'm going to go ahead. Eventually she'll get to it anyway. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I don't know if I'm going to.
No, girl. I didn't get to it. I wasn't going to. I didn't give a fuck. You went over it and then it needed to be addressed.
I'm not going to read all these transcripts to you. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I can do that. Hold on.
Dang, you even got your dad's transcripts?
The funny thing is, Kaylee thinks it's gonna work in her favor. I miss you too, friend. We'll get together another day, okay? Hold on.
I don't know. Did you guys think this worked in my favor? Probably, Susie. Did y'all think this worked in my favor? Flossing.
I need a break. I know you already know. I know that there's a lot of people out here that already know this. Okay, I get it. But there's people that don't. And I'm not going to let her sit on her platform and think that she's exposing it first.
I didn't.
Okay?
In fact, I didn't know anything. You exposed it.
I didn't let Christina do it, and I'm not going to let Kaylee do it. And maybe I'm putting the horse before the cart. Maybe it isn't about me, but I seem to think that it is. I didn't. I think that it's about this, okay? I am not my dad. He did.
I didn't say that.
He did. I'm going to tell you in detail. I'm going to tell you the police reports, in case that's what she wants to go over today, okay? I'm going to go ahead and tell you about it. I think that it kind of sucked. Like,
this is where she starts to try to get sympathy from her chat. So that they would try to come and attack me tonight.
Security, I know I don't have to, but I'm going to.
I just want to say this before you do it. You are not
This
your
bitch
dad.
is the worst of
You are
them
not
all.
your dad's crimes. And if Kaylee wants to hold that against you, or
Christina's people,
anybody
do you
else
know who this
against you,
person is?
then let them. But guess what? It's not you. It's not a reflection of you. You were a baby. And I just don't want you to feel like you have to do this because Kaylee is such a vile, miserable person. And hurt people hurt people.
Yeah,
and we love you. So I just want to come and say that before you do this because fuck that bitch.
Yeah, thank you.
We love you.
Fuck that bitch. What I do to you? So vile.
Go, but again,
no, I know that it's PPP security, but I want to know who she is.
okay, fucking Gabby crying alive. Okay, I am gonna do it. Thank you, Mama Lou.
I know you and Gabby have a lot in common.
Don't cry, Lyric needs you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. I'm here for it. Thank you. I don't have to do that. Thank you. This is my dad. Yeah, he's missing a tooth, girl. That don't have good dentists. He's here. He died in prison last year. He's missing a tooth because they don't have good dentists in fucking prison. Okay, but I loved him, and that's just that. So I'm going to. Today is his birthday. It kind of makes it a little hard. I think I'm crying. I've been emotional today. Thank you for Ludo. I've been emotional. It's his birthday today.
Don't worry, we're gonna go over the timeline that she started this. I'm a vile human, but she started this.
I don't know. Sorry, that's my dark
Probably.
Humor. Okay.
That's really not dark humor. That's actual fact.
All right.
If you believe in God, that man did not go to heaven.
If it's like I can go out and come back in. I do have to do it. Because even if her video isn't about this, eventually she's going to get to this.
No, I'm not.
You don't understand. I know
now I am though, because you went over it, and it has to be addressed because
she's going to get to this. Do you understand?
I would have never, because he is not you. Why the fuck? What are you talking about? You just think I'm his. You would have done this. That is the reality. You were thinking in your brain, and you would have done this. You would have done this to me had this been my dad. That's the reality, and I would not have. So, no, that's not how this fucking works. I would not have done shit to you that had to do with your dad. I went after your convictions. Convictions, not even allegations, convictions. You just want to make me out to be what you are, and I'm not. That's why you're crying, because you thought I was going to be as vile and disgusting as you are. So, but I'm not.
Okay, the first paper. This is
probably not like TikTok post. She won't give a fuck. She it's just going to make her worse. She is a disgusting human being, and so because of that, she is going to continue to she's just only going to get worse. She is literally saying she was taught from a young age that even if somebody does something horrible, that it's not that big of a deal. That is what they taught her by taking her in there to visit that man and allowing her to. She was young enough that if she had not seen him again, she would have had no relationship and she would have been fine. She could have gone through therapy. She could have talked on the phone, but they wanted there to be a huge, they could have done it in a different way. She wanted to, these are the people that made it. Sip o'clock. These people fuck around and find out is who made the actual profile. but they were involved with this person. They did it in the name of her, per se. Like she has her fans so convinced that she's the victim that they did it for her. Oh yeah, she had a cocky smile. That's what I'm saying. Look at her crying now, asking for sympathy, but they didn't give a fuck when they were doing it to everybody else. Oh, we're going to watch it back. When y'all see her read the stuff about my husband that was thrown out, that she does not want to say that was thrown out. She had a cocky ass smile. You ain't smiling now. Why you not smiling? Why we not happy?
Even if the video isn't up, she's going to get to this eventually, so I'm going to tell it to you first.
Exactly, okay? Melissa.
LSU, do you know you're in my box? Okay.
Hey, girl.
Hey.
Look, Krusty tried to take you down. You're not going to take you down. You're too headstrong. I love you. You got over Krusty. You know you.
You're right. You're breaking up, babe.
You're right.
I was with you whenever all this started with Krusty in the beginning, and I've been with you since. I was with you when your dad passed, and you're too strong and too headstrong of a woman to let Kaylie get. Don't cry.
Don't.
You got this.
I got it.
And we all love you. We're all behind you 100%.
100%.
That's all I have to say, honey.
Right,
it's okay what your dad did. It's not you. It's fine. It's okay what you did to your husband. They all deserved it. The victims all deserved it.
All right, I'm gonna hold for a minute. Let me go. Let me just get this, okay? It's okay. I'm not crying because of Kaylie, you guys. I'm crying because it's his birthday, and I miss him.
And she really misses him.
That's why I'm crying. It's not because of Kaylie. It's because it's his birthday and I miss him. Anyways, let's just read through it. Okay. Y'all, my battery's at 9%. All right, this is my dad. I'm fine.
Are you crying for the victims or are you crying for your dad?
The defendant upon the person of, I'm going to leave out this victim's name. There's 2 victims in the situation.
That's what they keep saying to me. Kaylie loves her. They keep saying Kaylie loves her creeper husband. Kaylie loves her PDF husband. Isn't that what y'all said to me? Heather loves her PDF dad. Where are those accounts? Why has nobody made that account yet? She says it right here. She loves him.
Situation. I'm going to leave out their names. One of them is a man and one of them is a woman.
She says man and woman, but you'll hear the
upon the person of blank making assault with a certain weapon, a 22 Smifle, a Smedley weapon with intent to murder or rob. For that said defendant did upon the person of blank making assault with a certain weapon, same thing, 22 Smifle, a deadly weapon with intent, trigger warning, to grape. For that said defendant did abduct. I don't think I did this with Krusty. I don't think we did this. I don't think we went through this. For the said defendant did abduct and steal away blank blank without lawful authority or warrant and did hold blank against her will. For that said defendant did with force and against the will of blank cause blank to engage in a sexual act involving the sex organs of defendant and the mouth of the victim. For that said defendant did unlawfully possess a certain firearm during the commission of a felony, to wit, kidnapping, sodomy, and rape. For that said defendant had knowledge of a female forcibly and
I want you to remember that she read out and said that my husband was a creeper, that he did a rub and tug to his ex-wife, and that he let his kids watch Prawn, and proceeded to say that I loved a creeper, right? Isn't that what you said? Bro, your daddy pled guilty. And you were pretending that my husband had done crimes and that I was responsible for them. So am I allowed to hold you accountable for what your dad did? Since you wanted to hold me accountable for false allegations against my husband. I'm just wondering, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that hypocrisy? Because I'm just curious, like, do y'all think that's hypocritical? Like, can we hold someone who loves someone else accountable for that? And I would honestly say, if my husband had committed those acts, that wouldn't be okay. That would not be okay. You know? It wouldn't be, you know? Is my husband perfect? No. But did he do those things? Absolutely fucking not. You know? And young parents make mistakes and do stupid shit and aren't the best parents. And I think she made some dumb mistakes as a young parent as well. And had she not been such an asshole and tried to hide everything she fucking did, maybe I'd have some grace for her, just like I got some grace for other people. But, you know, I'm the type of person that, like, yeah, everybody deserves a chance to make up for the mistakes that they've done in life. There are some things to me that are unforgivable. Hurting children, abusing children, sexual crimes. Like, those are things that I don't find forgivable. And had my husband done something like that, I would not be with him because that is disgusting. And I would never support something like that. Did my husband smoke greenery? Yeah. Me too. At one point in my life, you know, was he a young fucking dad? Like, yeah, he had a kid at a young age in high school. He's not perfect. Like, who knows how to raise a kid in high school? So yeah, he wasn't the best. Okay. But has he grown up once he was actually a fucking adult and done things, you know? He was forced to marry in high school because we lived in the Bible Belt. Forced by his parents and their parents to marry because he lived in the Bible Belt, and they believed that if that girl was pregnant and it was out there, that people would judge them as a family. So yeah, a lot of fucking trauma, you know? So like, but this is what you wanted, Heather. You wanted to fucking talk about this shit. So now we gonna all talk about it. Like, yeah. Who started all this? PPP, don't worry. We're going to go over the timeline. We got the timeline. I got everything. Here, you want to see? Here we go, baby. We're going, timeline of PPP harassment. Starts on 8/20. We get all the way down here. 9/11, never forget, is what I got down here. So we got a whole... There you go. We're going to get to that because I'm tired of her lying to everybody and saying that somehow this is my fault. No. Somehow this was Sean's fault. Oh no, we got everything. We got the comment that triggered her. We got everything. Your lives exist. You just think that I'm too lazy to go back and get those lives. But we have. Oh my God, a flamingo groove. Thank you so much. I love you. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate that. Yeah, so
held her against her will. For that said defendant did with force and against the will of blank cause blank to engage in a sexual act involving the sex organs of defendant and the mouth of the victim. For that said defendant did unlawfully possess a certain firearm during the commission of a felony, to wit, kidnapping, sodomy, and rape. For that said defendant had knowledge of a female forcibly and held her against her will. I have the transcripts, but I don't. Y'all know she doesn't have the Let's just read the transcript. You want to do that?
Remember that this is the woman who FOIA requested all these people's body cam footage. That's why she's scared that I would have the transcripts. That is why she is scared right now. That is why she is reading them and then trying to make like I forced her to do this. Bitch, I didn't make you do shit. I didn't make you do a fucking thing. You tried to use your dad's crimes to get out of the shit that you did. You said, hey guys, you even on his birthday, you tried to use his crimes to be like, look away, deflect. It's my dad, guys. It's not me. Look at the horrible things my dad did, and I loved him, and it's his birthday. I ain't make you do shit, baby. You read this. You could have waited till tonight. You could have waited to see what I had, but you jumped the gun.
I think I'm going to read the transcripts to you because she doesn't have the transcripts. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened.
She's going to tell y'all because she was afraid that I had the transcripts. I don't know. Look on it. Let's see. I'll look it up. I'll tell you if it's actually his birthday. Who knows?
I'm going to skip this because it's the first part of the transcripts doesn't matter. Okay, is your name Robert Adams?
Let's
Answer,
see.
yes, sir. Mr. Adams,
Robert Adams is his name.
With the offense of rape, aggravated sodomy, kidnapping, and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Do you understand those charges? Answer, yes, sir. Question, 1 count charges you with the offense of rape. Do you understand that offense? Answer, yes, sir. Question, for that offense, you could receive not less than 1 nor more than 20 years and up to life in penitentiary. Do you understand that? Yes, sir. How do you wish to plead, guilty or not guilty? Guilty. Is that because you are in fact guilty? No answer. You're entering a guilty plea on the count 1 because you recognize it's in your best interest to enter a guilty plea. Answer, yes, sir. You feel the state has sufficient evidence that you could in fact be convicted of this offense? Yes, sir. That's based on the evidence that you've seen the state has provided you and your attorney. You feel it is in your best interest to enter a guilty plea on count 1. Yes, sir. You understand? Yes, sir. Question 2. Question, count 2 charges you with aggravated sodomy. Do you understand that charge? Yes, sir. For that offense, you could plead guilty. I'm just going to sum it up for you. Count 3 charges you with kidnapping. Do you understand that charge? Yes, sir. How do you want to plead guilty? Is that because you are in fact guilty? Yes, sir.
We're going through changes. Thank you so much, Christian. Thank you. Mama Bear Cosmic. You're lame.
You could receive